to get away?
Real shit, nigga. Just know do everything, man. You feel me?
Will you lie to get
You
away?
can't get out of it. You feel me?
Alright, my brother smoke wet ones.
Auntie is
Diabetic.
My nephew rap.
My niece is photogenic.
I'm tired of my family
Living check to check.
I had an uncle paralyzed.
From his feet to his neck.
So every day I wake up,
I hold a little grudge. Post on the block. Don't ever budge.
I knock on wood.
And hope that it works. First to the 15 to the first. I'ma hustle. Stack. Chips, get my Gouda up.
Mama wanna go to church.
Big boy, shoot it up,
I
yo.
sold my colors.
I sold my thing.
I bought me a kilo, a house in the range.
After all that, I had a little change.
To be my family.
Get back in the game. And all my friends who used to be my friends, if we ain't speaking now, we'll never speak again. And that's real, nigga. Hey, what's happening, world? We vibing right now because welcome to it, man. Y'all just gotta bear with us for half a sec, man. I gotta pay homage to my cousin.
Hey, what's up, Keisha? Keisha, right.
Appreciate you tuning in. And that's real. Straight up. Hey, come on. Happy Friday. Sad season.
And I want to say to my supporters who know what's going on, I'm only...
Everybody want to go somewhere, man. Everybody know the game, you know what I'm saying? But I want to go somewhere where everybody paying me. You know what I mean? Straight up. Miss my cousin, man.
Rest in peace.
Miss my cousin, dude.
Hey, Slim, send me your email address because I got that script for you.
Hey, damn. Hey, yo, I was vibing, man. That's my nigga. I miss my nigga, but so hey, yeah, let me fuck. Ooh, it caught me. What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals.
Friday.
I'm your host, Deshaun, here where media meets. Studios in connection with VJ TV, Feral Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. Shout out to my man Drop Knock. Shout out to my man Chico. Chico in the building tonight with us.
Chico,
you know,
young OG.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day that the Lord has made. I'm glad y'all tuning in with us. I appreciate you all as always. Thank you. What's happening?
Once again, to be amongst the brethren, once again, is really a good thing. Because, man, when you're out there in that world, man, I don't know, man, maybe I'm feeling a little syrupy because of the song.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's based on that cheers. Remember, everybody want to know, I want to go where everybody knows my name. And sometimes, you know, as we get out in that world, and we be around these co-workers, you know, and people fall off or fall to the side, we really do start being like, man, I do want to be around, I want to be places where everybody knows my name. And what's the other key part of that? And they always glad you came.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Be amongst, and all it really means is, man, I want to be amongst my loved ones.
Yes.
And we in that time, of year, like my partner Mike,
my brother Smoker,
his
what's
sister
happening, bro?
passed yesterday, unexpectedly, and he called me, and he like, man, Merry fucking Christmas to me, man. My sister just fucking passed.
Wow. I've been, death is around us constantly, always.
And I was feeling down about some shit, but I had to snap out of it because the shit I was down about was some couple years ago shit. Yeah. And my nigga was in an immediate crisis. So I needed to, you know what I'm saying, buck up for him.
Yeah, so, I mean,
so rest in peace to the fallen ones, and rest in peace to B.I.G., man.
Rest in peace, cousin. And happy birthday to my little brother, Raz. Today is his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, little bro.
Yeah. I love you, bro. I don't know if you're tuning in from behind the walls when you come home. I can't wait to celebrate how we used to do when we was kids. You know, our birthdays is fucking 5 days apart. You know, I love my brother.
Speaking of getting out, good news for me. My brother was supposed to get out September 2024. Just found out they're gonna release him September 10th of this year. So it's still a ways off. I mean, 2023, but he gonna come home a whole year earlier than he was supposed to.
That's what's up.
So I'm a happy camper off of that.
Man, shout out to all the Sagittarius out there celebrating birthdays.
And my nephew get out in December, so we're going to have the first ever family reunion of my mama's kids.
Hey, salute that. That's what's happening. I mean, as always, you know, it's been an interesting week. I'm going to let everybody tell you who they are. You know, we off the cuff tonight. We just free flowing. We got a few topics for y'all tonight. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy, man, Pharaoh Films, a.k.a. Pharaoh the Most, a.k.a. I'm here for you, man.
Yo, and as usual, it's your boy Camouflage, K-A-M-M in the building. We got a good show for y'all tonight. What we on, man? What we on?
Well, the word is Rock is on his way.
Rock on his
That's
way.
The word
So
on the streets.
VJ TV on the way. First, I want to do something real quick. I want to send a shout out and congratulations to them Grant Pacers on winning the state. You know,
That's
football.
big.
They was winless last year.
That's a hell of
They
a
won the
turnaround.
state this year. Shout out to them Pacers.
Has
School,
anybody ever made a turnaround like that?
you know what I'm saying? School class in 91. I'm class in 92. Shout out to them motherfucking Pacers. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a turnaround.
Hey, yeah, you don't win nothing one year, you win state the next year. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the town, but I'm always have ties to them Pacers.
That's the type of shit Deion finna do in Colorado
Mhm.
next season.
Yeah. We talked about that last week.
And I hope niggas choke while he doing it. Nah, cause man, let that man cook. Man, let that man get his paper,
Let him
man.
be great. Let him be great.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so. I'm not tripping.
And then, you know, we got to see, you know, they got a whole lot of wild controversy about, you know, about who really shot that girl, that rapper. And,
Oh yeah, that's we got a lot. It's a lot of
shit.
shit in the news. Oh yeah, bring my shit over. Thank you.
There's a lot of confusion on
My
that
voice
shit.
carries. So yeah, it's a lot of shit in the news. You got the Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion situation, which I try not to really be all up on that shit because it's all distractions. You know, Pavlov's dogs.
But what's going on with that?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What y'all pick what y'all want to go on.
Well, my thing is that it's way too many people that's going way too hard for her on some believe every woman shit.
Mhm.
But there's also some people trying to act like this 5'3" midget from Canada acting a fool in the streets is some kind of way of indictment on all black men. Y'all ain't black men and this and that and whoopie whoop. It's like this. And see, my thing is, and I said it before, I don't support flat blackness. Like all that, I'm cheering for everybody black. I don't go for that. I try to stay on code, so I don't necessarily criticize brothers publicly. I mean, I do it privately amongst my folks, but like I won't get on social media. I won't amplify my voice to be like, fuck them. But on the other hand, I understand that grifters and slicksters operate in the space of, oh, don't criticize me because I'm black. That allows a lot of slick shit, a lot of slicksters to go on. That's how a preacher can exploit the congregation. And if you say, hey man, that man really would do, oh, don't cast the first stone or nobody's perfect. You're like, okay, that person ain't perfect.
Thank you.
But that person is up front saying that they the leader, follow me, so I'm going to expect to hold them to different standards than me in the back of the church, only here because my grandma said, you should come sometime. Me and him ain't on the same level, so if I'm out there fucking up, fucking with hoes, doing whatever, and he doing the same, he don't get the pass I get that, oh, ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah. Right.
And so there's nothing in Tory Lanez's life. This is a midget from Canada who's living a rap star life. That's not reflective of what's going on with us, so I don't feel no compunction to be like, oh, I gotta support this black man. Because this black man ain't like the black men I know. If they put one of y'all in the paper saying y'all did XYZ, I'm at the courthouse yelling, free that man.
Right.
And if they bring out a video saying, see, the nigga did it, I'm going to be like, nobody's perfect. Free that man. But some rap star from Canada, I don't give a fuck what you do with him. And it ain't an indictment on black men if you decide to hang that nigga. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't follow the intricate details of this situation. Remember, we talked about it when it first happened, and I was like, I'm not gonna pass judgment. I said I'm not gonna rush to judgment with niggas usually
I remember
do.
that.
I was like,
You want to be neutral till all the facts.
Yeah, I need facts because I don't make immature decisions. No premature ejaculation, verbiage coming out of me.
The only thing salts me out is that so many people is so strongly on her side, and so many people are so strongly on his side. And I'm sitting there like, how do y'all have all this passion for it when
it's other shit that's more important? Yeah,
you don't know the
it's
facts.
other shit that's more important. I even I did a post, or I think I commented on somebody's thing. I said, because it's something with the who was fucking who, and she lied, they was fucking. I'm like, y'all getting caught up in the bullshit and the fluff. Because once again, I will say, this is a distraction because there's real other shit going on, and we giving this shit too much energy. And that's my first thought. My first.
Well, the entertainment is the opiate for the masses.
Exactly. That's that. Let me give it. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm
that nigga in the alley.
Y'all gonna get it, yeah, because y'all flock to that shit, and we'll discuss some of this shit.
But they've been doing this since the days of Rome.
Exactly.
The gladiators.
Hey, what the one colonizer bitch say? Let them eat cake.
Yeah.
You niggas stay with Duncan Hines in your cake in your motherfucking mouth.
The great Caesars back in Rome, whenever they would be unrest, people being happy, they'll go throw a festival and have the gladiators come out, this and that, because they knew if you have an entertainment, some form of entertainment, people chill the fuck out. So, but speaking of rappers and all this and that, how y'all feel about this boy Gunna?
Oh.
And this Young Thug thing.
So, I haven't, another distraction. Everything is a distraction. You know that. I'm a steadily push that shit. Because when there's some real shit coming, I'm a flood you niggas with some fluff, and niggas is gonna be like, ooh, niggas is dogs on the corner. There go a car. And some real shit over here, it could be a whole turkey dinner over here, cooked and prepared, but niggas see some shiny shit, and you just focus over here while this shit over here going on. I haven't went into detail to follow that shit because my thought process is I've heard that his deal and whatever, and
I saw a little video on his deal.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw some shit. But I will be honest with you. From the beginning of this whole case, I wasn't heavily invested in it because I'm like, nah, it's real.
I was a little bit. Even though I didn't listen to none of their music.
I'm not knocking none of them niggas and nothing, but I'm just saying I like to deal with real shit, real other shit. Well, I ain't gonna call that shit faking them because it's not. Because anytime you facing jail time and these pilgrims be on your helmet, but people, y'all gotta be smarter. I'm gonna say that off top. Well, you gotta be smarter on what you do.
I followed a lot of it because as a person who spent a lot of time in Atlanta, a lot of people across the country have this perception of Atlanta as all these flamboyant stars, Maybachs, Bentleys, these clubs, this and that. And a lot of people don't realize that in Atlanta, they got some of the most grimiest Turks in all of America.
Yes.
Like if you go to some of them Turks in the Bankhead and some of the East Point and all that type of stuff, but a lot of people don't have it because a lot of people when they think of Atlanta, they think of glitz, glam, this progressive city for black people, black mayors, black politicians, all these entertainers. But there's a flip side to Atlanta that Atlanta is very, very grimy. A lot of violent cats coming there, and Young Thug. And one thing, Atlanta niggas got a different flavor. Like Atlanta niggas is wild, really some wild niggas, and Young Thug really embodied that. This is a nigga that'll show up in a dress, but he got a chopper too. And you know what I'm saying? And that's some shit that you can go all across America, you ain't gonna find them type of niggas. And so even though I don't listen to his music, it ain't really for me, it's that mumble shit. The stories about him, though, has always been kind of fascinating. He's been a fascinating character to me because if he's just playing the role, then goddamn, he done played this shit to damn near life in prison. But I think that at this point, that nigga might really be deranged. And a whole bunch of niggas got behind him, and now they've all followed him to the penitentiary.
So what's the whole like details of the
Well, the thing with Gunna, and let me tell you something. As a former street kid, a lot of people will talk about street shit and all that. As if he was a civilian, what he did ain't snitching. It ain't. A lot of people like to yell snitch and rat and all that and be As a civilian, what he did ain't snitching. But as a nigga that was on the team, the shit he did wasn't cool. It wasn't necessarily snitching, but it wasn't cool. He wouldn't be cool on the yard.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because basically, if I walk in, you got a studio, and I walk in the studio, and you got choppers and all this up in there, and the police run in there and grab us, and I'm just a nigga rented some studio time from you, and they get to talking about whose gun was that, and I'm like, nigga, it wasn't mine. Well, then there's only me and you there. So me saying it wasn't mine means
must be yours.
It was yours.
Not actually. But, you know me. I got you know me. I'm
well,
legal,
no, but I mean, I'm
a low budget lawyer.
I've caught these type of cases.
You saying it ain't yours don't necessarily mean it's mine. It's not mine.
But when
he can say the same thing.
When they prosecute you,
you gotta understand.
When they prosecute you, they will introduce my statement that it wasn't mine. To say, well, whose was it? That gives the prosecutor ammo. My statement's supposed to be no comment. Your statement's supposed to be no comment. Now, if you a stand-up nigga and they're about to fry me at a certain point, you supposed to step in and say, actually, it was my gun. Blood didn't know nothing about it, and let you walk. But you might also be trying to fight your case, and put you like this. I've been in a case where we got pulled over and there was a gun in the car, right? The nigga whose gun it was wasn't saying nothing. But I can't say nothing, so I'm sitting there. And I sat for 4 months on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know he was fighting the case. I can't incriminate him. And eventually, he filed a motion to suppress based on the pretext that the stop wasn't cool. But his motion got overturned. At that point, we was cooked. And after 4 months of sitting there, that's when he said, hey, youngster, he was older than me. He said, youngster ain't know nothing about it. It was my gun. He took the weight. You know what I'm saying? But off the top, though, he tried to fight it. Now, if I would have been on some, oh, it wasn't my gun. It wasn't my gun.
You'd have been right.
They'd have cooked him, even though I didn't say it's his gun. Now, if I'm a civilian, see, that's the thing. A civilian can't snitch because you're not involved in the crime. A civilian cannot snitch because you have to be involved in the actual crime to snitch. So if you run in this studio, if somebody run in this studio right now, and I got a gun up in here and they arrest us all for possession of the gun, and y'all say, man, that wasn't my fucking gun.
Right.
And the police say, oh, well, then it must be Farrell's. Y'all not involved in the crime with me, so you're not telling on me. But if me and you is mob niggas together, we both got our things up in here, we that type of nigga, we live that type of life.
Why you put that there?
And now they run up in here and they arrest us, even though it's my gun, and you say, well, that shit wasn't mine.
Right.
Now you tell it because we supposed to be a part of we gang.
You've had worse comments.
That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with the Gunna situation. If Gunna was a regular civilian, a nigga who they just signed to the label, and he came in and he was rapping and stuff like that, and they tried to arrest him, and he said, "Hey man, I don't know nothing about that shit. That shit wasn't mine." He ain't snitching. He good. But since he was repping that, and he said he knew about them crimes, and he didn't want to damage the community, and he was a part of that, then what he did was snitching. What he did was snitching because he was in it. He was in it when they was getting Rolls Royces, when they was fucking them bad bitches.
It was all good just a week ago.
Bailey, when you was fucking them bad bitches, when you was riding around in the Maybachs, you was YSL. Thug was your partner. Now you done sitting in jail, you want some, that wasn't me. That's snitching. That's snitching. Even though he didn't say it was his, That's snitching, because if you are really in it with me, then we gotta ride it all the way. And you can't cop to no deal if I don't cop to the deal. You see what I'm saying? Big Meech right now, they wouldn't let Big Meech cop to no deal because his brother wouldn't cop. They had to let a lot of people don't know this about the BMF case, because I know a lot of y'all watch the series, but they literally, the prosecutor said, y'all got one day to take the deal. Because the deal was going to be life. They had to bring, him and his brother hadn't talked in 2 years. Them niggas had fell out. They mama had to come to court and she begged the prosecutor, let me, because the brother was like, he had got on some Jesus shit, the Terry brother, and he was like, I'm not copping to nothing. Whatever the Lord decides, that's what it's going to be. But if they would have got found guilty, they would have got life with no possibility. The mama convinced him and the brother, when they came out, that's when they took the deal and they got the 30 years. But the thing is that Meech couldn't take the deal. This and that. If me and you get indicted together, I cannot take the deal if you going to try to fight it.
Right.
Even though they might be like, man, take the 20 years and go home. And I'll be like, Flies, well, we got to take this. You say, man, I'm taking it all the way. I got to go all the way with you. Or try to convince you, dude. Come on, man, so we could get out one day.
Right.
If you in it.
If you
in it and you take a deal.
Do it. It's only two ways out of that.
Yeah. If you in it and you take a deal, if you in it and you take a deal and you admit wrongdoing and your co-defendant over here saying, I ain't do nothing, you just threw that nigga under the bus. And that's snitching.
There's only two ways out of it.
So the best thing to do, if you the type of nigga that because there's a lot, because like I ain't gonna play like no superhero. There's very few niggas out here that if they say, Flodge had this dope, and you was riding in the car with him, so y'all both finna get life. There's very few niggas be like, fuck it, you gonna give me life because I'm not gonna testify against Flodge. There's very few niggas that's gonna do that.
Yeah.
But and there's some niggas be like, man, I ain't saying that.
Hey, right, Champagne. Hey, happy birthday.
Out here who done took life sentences.
Happy birthday, Champagne.
And it was some shit they didn't do.
Bro.
I say all that to say one thing. If you ain't with the shit, don't run with niggas that is. Because you running around with them type of niggas, you get to fuck the bad bitches, you get the pockets full of money, you get all the good things, but the flip side to that is sometimes you might have to come to the penitentiary. And if you ain't ready for that, don't run over there.
And the thing about that, and I'm gonna give you a fact point on that.
That's not true.
The thing about that,
black
with
people,
when it comes to the bad chicks and all this, the dream or the ism, if that's your thought, and I'm just speaking to if you're on some low vibrational shit. If your thought is, man, I need to have this many chicks that do this and that and whatever, dude, we doing that. But hear me. We was doing that shit catching a fucking 43 on the bus. She was working me. They shout out to Too Short. I'm just saying. 90s. But listen, it's
a different era.
A different era, but hey, the game don't change. Just the players in the game change. All I'm saying is, if I'm just conversation running nation, procrastination is a violation. That'll always stand firm.
I mean,
to a degree,
but for me,
that'll always stand
the
firm.
Niggas that I run with, if we get caught with something, like if it's yours, nigga, it's yours. Like,
well, stand up,
right? When do we grow up? Exactly.
Like, bro, that's mine. He ain't have nothing to do with. You ain't even gotta go to jail type shit.
You know what I
mean? But that's if you being a stand-up nigga. Like right now, if me and you get pulled over and I had a gun under the passenger seat and they get pulling you out the car, I'm gonna say, hey, that shit was mine, dog, didn't even know. Exactly. But also, if we get pulled over and you on parole, and I'm not, it could be your gun. I'ma say, hey dog,
just cause you in
that shit
with
was
a four-way, it don't matter.
But here's the thing to that. But I can still be like, no, that's my gun. They gonna have a hard time prosecuting him for the gun if I'm standing there saying it was mine. But the flip side to that though is that because I'm that type of nigga, I'm cautious about who I'm around. Because I'm not gonna have the type of nigga in my car who's gonna put me in position to have to claim a gun.
Right, there you go. You're right.
But I'm speaking to y'all as a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, right.
When I was a 27-year-old man, I'm gonna be like, man, good thing you got that, cause man, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But I had to grow to develop that level of wisdom. Just like when you say conversation ruled the nation. In the 90s, you could pull a bad one. And right now, I'm pretty sure if you got a mouthpiece, you can still pull a bad one. But the baddest of the bad, them IG broads and all that, you ain't pulling them off the sidewalk. You gotta pull up in that Bentley. You gotta pull up in that diamonds on. You gotta fly the bitch out, flew her out. You gotta do all that shit. It's a different era now.
I do not, and I'm off the market, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. You niggas gotta
Keisha,
stop.
That's not true. It's not his
You
blessing.
motherfuckers gotta stop.
Nigga, you're not gonna let
you
him
gotta
go
stop
down like that.
subscribing to that misnomer. You really have to stop subscribing to that shit, because you giving and don't get me wrong, some of them you do. I get that. But y'all gotta stop giving motherfuckers that much power.
Not all.
Not all.
You can
not all.
No, it's a different game now.
Hey, bruh, remember the song, Here's My Number and a Dime, Call Me.
That's 40 years ago.
And that shit still apply today. And that's the problem. Social media, these motherfuckers talking about, oh, he's a munch and all this other bullshit. We cross-topicing right now.
Yeah.
We cross-topicing with some shit. But I'm just saying, y'all give the upper hand way too much than you should.
Hold on, I don't care
I'm
what
just
you
keeping
say.
it a buck.
I don't care how tough
You
the
motherfuckers
mouthpiece
give.
is. You're not pulling up on the bus and pulling Cat Bobineau. You're not pulling Cat Bobineau riding the bus. It's not happening.
This cat gonna come respond.
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
To pull Cat Bobineau, you gotta put it like this in the comments. Keisha is in the comments, right?
Keisha.
You ain't getting off the bus and hollering at Keisha. She'll fuck around and pepper spray you trying to match.
But that's the problem. I'm not saying, listen, I'm equal opportunity when it comes to everything. You don't know what stage of life you meet somebody on. And for us to perpetuate that stereotype.
Champagne is correct.
For us, and I mean us, as black people, niggas, melanated people, wherever the fuck you want to claim this month, for us to continue to perpetuate that bullshit,
real.
No, you do yourselves a disservice, because then you make it.
I'm talking about the baddest of the bad, not the bad ones.
No, because what happens is everybody thinks that 63% of the acceptance is law. That's bullshit. No, I'm not.
We off the scene. We old.
You ever seen?
It's a different game out there.
The game don't change. Just the players in the game
different
change.
Game out there now.
The game from the rules. I read the rules to the game. The rules will never change. It's just the players change. You adjust, because there are no short-necked giraffes. But the rules to the game will never change. They will never change.
Put it like this.
Hey,
you can still pull a bad one out the club if you got a certain look, a charisma, a game, whatever you want to call it.
Why you think these motherfuckers is wanting to be on these reality shows?
You ain't pulling Bernice Burgos. You ain't pulling Meg the Stallion. You ain't pulling that broad Lotto. I'm talking about the top cream of the broads. But you ain't pulling them off conversation.
Okay, but you don't think that there's beautiful women in the everyday neighborhood that's going to get mail after mail? Okay, well, listen, let me hold on.
Beautiful women, but I'm talking about the cream of the crop.
Let me just.
I'm talking about the baddest bitches.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The woman can be going to get some mail from the mailbox in a house coat and a muumuu with a fucking what's that shit, a bonnet on, but can be a queen. Y'all put motherfuckers in positions that they do not own. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm subject to it too. Don't get me wrong. You put motherfuckers.
It's a different era out there now.
Motherfuckers just putting people on pedestals and saying, "Oh, they out my league. Oh, they just did." Everybody wakes up in the morning. Everybody goes to sleep at night. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. And y'all allow social media and all these. Hey, hey.
You better get you some
Look
money,
at the
man.
story of David and Goliath. You ever wonder why you see a bad female with a dude who 8 out of 10 motherfuckers would be like, this dude is ugly or whatever? Consistency. He got in.
You can pull bops like that. You can pull local chicks.
Man, you better stop putting.
You can pull
And I'm not
local chicks.
knocking these females who are sin and the beautify because we all.
You ain't pulling Lotto like that or Sweetie. Ain't no nigga just macking no Sweetie type chick. You better have some paper behind your name.
And why you
gotta
have
have some heat
so
behind
why
your
you have
name.
motherfuckers like the Tinder swindler? Of
That's regular brides. I'm talking about them cream of the crop.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Why you putting everybody top tier? Why you segregating shit? Everybody is everybody.
Hold on, don't sell that dream. Cause that's so we done had a lot of bad chicks come through this building, right?
All day.
If Saweetie come through this building, all them other chicks would have to pour her milk. They would become her servants.
Hey.
They would be her foot. What the Bible say? I will make them your footstool.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You know what the
You
price-
look at that chick, Ice Spice, Lotto, all them type of
Them
chicks.
some beautiful women.
We ain't
I'm
never
not
had a
knocking-
bride come through this studio
I'm not
who
knocking
can
none of
compete
them.
with them, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
The cream
knocking-
of the crop. You gotta have some
I'm
heat behind
not
your name to
knocking.
deal with them.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say. I'm not knocking none of them and none of that in this conversation. Salute to them beautiful sisters.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
Mhm.
Beautiful sisters. All day. Wholeheartedly. But why do...
I see you loading up the
Yeah,
gun.
I'm just coming. You know it's coming. All I'm saying is you have those same qualities, essence, and beauties in women that's working at these other stores, that's doing them, dropping the mail off, that be at the dry cleaners, that be at the, because what happens with us, we tend to put these few sisters in this, and I'm not knocking y'all. I'm not. Please don't take this as a knock. I stand on my word. I'm not knocking none of y'all. The fuck up amongst us, and I'm including us in this because I roll with us. We tend to act like it's a select few. Nah, man, there's millions of queens out there who embody and have all that essence that y'all put all these other people on pedestals. I'm not saying people don't deserve to be praised. Everybody deserves to be praised. Everybody. But I'm just saying, y'all.
That sounds like participation trophy.
But y'all
Exactly.
talking about two
No,
separate
it's
things,
not.
though, because
We
you're
are
talking
but
about
I'm-
regular bras and he's talking about
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
on
that's the
that
thing.
level,
No, but
if I
I'm
had
infusing
more
it
than
because
10 million, you ain't,
the only
you
reason-
ain't
the only
gotta
reason-
be-
Yeah,
you
say that.
ain't even like if you ain't no lawyer or
The-
better. I'm
the
not.
only
I can't
reason-
fool with you.
Right.
See, but that's the
Oh,
thing.
Even Luke
The
married
only reason-
Luke married a lawyer.
Right.
Hey, but listen to me. But that's because we get into the colorism, we get into the sexualism. You have some top-notch tier women who are bad,
For sure.
and they not put on that pedestal. And don't get me wrong.
No, that's levels.
I understand there's levels. I'm not arguing that point. All I'm saying is, if you continue to only look and want to say it's only 8 and above,
Mm-hmm.
I was young and I lived in that world at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm just saying there are women who, and I'm not even talking about looks, because I know a lot of your shit is based on looks. What you talking right now, and that's.
I mean, ain't nobody came and delivered no
We don't-
Amazon packages to me looking like Saweetie.
Hey.
Yeah.
All I'ma
You
say-
say, man, ain't nobody at
Listen,
Walmart looking like her.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be full-fledged honest with my shit with this. I have seen some of the most beautiful women.
Thank you,
I've
Keisha,
seen-
for hearing me.
I've seen some of the most beautiful women in some of the most regular places in the world that I've seen in my eyes, and that's just my eyes. It may not be beauty in your standards. It may not be
No,
your
beauty is
standards.
beauty. Beautiful women.
There's things we can agree on, and by our shit we share. Y'all niggas agree with me a lot. So all I'm saying is, what we put everybody on these pedestals. There's people who deserve the same shit and who are just as beautiful That's all. That's the only thing I'm saying. There are quote unquote regular people. There are scientists. There are male people. There's the motherfucker who comes and does the fucking newspaper delivery. There's motherfucker at the mall working at hot dog on a stick. There's the designer
working at hot dog on a stick that look like Cat Baba though.
Once again, all I'm saying is y'all be putting, and I get it. These celebrities and the
I disagree.
Everybody got the celebrity dicks in their mouths. I don't suck that dick. I'm suck no dick. But I'm just saying, brutal in there. I know. Let me bring that back. But it's commonplace for us to put and say, because don't get me wrong, Ashanti is one of my celebrity crushes.
Ashanti is
oh
bad.
My God. Hey, you know the wife. Yeah, you already know.
Bad. Keisha's bad too.
Yeah, shout out to Keisha. But listen to me. I get it, but all I'm saying is there are people who don't have these celebrity status that deliver.
But the celebrity status boosts them. Like if she's an 8 and she's a celebrity,
at the end of the day,
11.
we all in the same coffin, or we all in the same
There's
urn.
a difference between like
what else we got
a
doing?
chick that works at the county and somebody who's gonna put
You ain't never
back
seen
and make you a house.
Right.
It's a difference. Like now, if you ain't got no car, if you ain't got your own spot, you're out. I don't care what you look like, you're out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just basic stuff. Like it ain't that I'm being like.
Well, whereas in the early '90s.
So you ain't never been in the checkout line at the grocery store or the whatever and been like, ooh, damn, she cute. Yeah. Ooh, damn, she bad.
But when you think about what we could do together, though, it's not gonna be too much.
And I'm just speaking natural, and I won't say predator, just man creation, man thought, because we sightly creatures, and just be like, damn, she bad. Or you see some, I mean, come on, dude, we can't. I don't put the celebrities. Everybody put them on pedestals to me, and they people. Right, don't get me wrong, there's some bad ones. Don't get me wrong, there's some bad ones. But I'm just saying, you have some regular people that's just as beautiful
in everyday life than
Thank
any
you.
Celebrities.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Good point.
Y'all can't, y'all
man. At the end of the day,
y'all be missing out on some real solid people chasing waterfalls, like TLC said. Rest in peace, Left Eye.
Okay, by my job, there's a particular chick who chases, who's known for celebrities. A couple multi-platinum rappers have name checked her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm at the McDonald's.
On
Jackson
number 3.
Street. Actually, I was just getting the double quarter pounder with cheese because they cooked that fresh.
First off, you eat McDonald's, so you fucking your
That's
health
only
off.
yeah, but they cooked that one fresh. It's not
Nah,
But
don't eat McDonald's.
she came outside.
Yeah.
I knew who she was, right? And she's an exquisitely beautiful woman. One of my partners said, "Ooh, I'm finna pop at her," and I said, "Blood, don't waste your time." Right? And he was like, "Nah." So he walked across the street and he started trying to get at her.
What's up, Peaches?
A motherfucker pull up in the Bentley truck, and she like, "Oh, nice meeting you," and hopped in the Bentley truck and drove off. And he like, "Damn, she's slutty." And I said, "Blood, I told you off top, don't waste your time." A chick like her, whose whole lifestyle is based on multi-million-dollar niggas paying her $4,000 a month condo, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. You can't, no, I don't care how much tough your mouthpiece is, you can't maintain the lifestyle and you don't have access to the world that she's desperately a part of. So she, no matter how good your game is, she can't
understand
hear
what you're
you.
saying there. I understand
You
what
see
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying?
But it's just like, so.
When you're dealing with normal, regular people, yes, you can conversate. You can punch above your league. I've had times where I was a high school dropout without even a GED, pulling chicks who ended up being doctors at UCLA, went to UCLA Medical School. That was, on paper at least, that was above my league, but a nigga had a cold mouthpiece. But there's certain
once again, hey, what's my phrase?
But that's a regular woman. They pretty. There's certain chicks that Your mouthpiece ain't finna get. You ain't finna Mac Chloe Bailey.
Conversation running
You ain't
nation.
finna Mac.
Regardless.
You ain't finna Mac Beyonce.
Hey.
You ain't finna Mac Keke Palmer. There's certain chicks on certain levels that you're not finna just pop your collar and kick
It's
that
all
ism
mental.
and this and that.
Bullshit.
When she got an $8,000 a month mortgage in the Beverly Hills and you can't even match
hold on.
half of that.
But
Like when she came in
okay,
and said
so
you don't go half,
all
you
I'ma
can't even
say-
go with your half.
all I'm gonna say to my response to what you're
Hey,
saying
Peaches.
is,
Boy, this
what's
nigga
up,
here.
Peaches?
Tell
My
the nigga don't
response
take
to what
another
you're
shit.
saying is, conversation run the nation. No matter, it's about how you feel within yourself. You could be cause you could be a dude with a 9 to 5, making half of nothing, and if you make her feel like the princess, top of the world, and it ain't gotta be the ball in this nigga or the nothing.
Got about 10
it's
seconds to make her feel like that.
You-
You know that,
Yeah.
right?
I understand what
He act like he
what
got
you are
time.
saying.
The bitch Chloe like,
But I'm saying,
saying.
but what I'm saying is, if you subscribe to the I gotta do all this and that to get them, kill yourself. And I'm sorry. I know I will say it. I wasn't gonna say that a lot no more, but y'all brought it out of me. Because if you think that much less of yourself, I ain't saying kill yourself. Please don't. Because rest in peace, Twitch. So I'm gonna apologize for that already off top. Because let me bring that back. But hold on, no. Let me do this real quick. No, don't kill yourself. All I'm saying is
Champagne, facts.
Hey, because what I'm saying was going into what I'm gonna say. So the Sunday that just passed on my birthday, shout out to Sad's Life, me, first 48. I was at the Chris Rock Dave Chappelle show in Frisco at the Chase Center, and Chris Rock, hell of a show, and he said something that goes directly into what we talking about right now. Beyonce, and I'm not knocking, once again, please don't mix my shit up. Beyonce bad. Beyonce can get Jay-Z if Beyonce was working at Burger King.
But for how long?
I ain't had no dinner.
Cause she ain't on this level.
I'm talking about the shit that,
Give him
listen, bullshit. Because we all know niggas who done lost shit and or changed their life, good or bad and different. For a female who, if you don't outside looking in, say, dude, you cop to a less. Beyonce can pull Jay-Z working at Burger King. Jay-Z work. Bullshit. Come on.
She'll get hit.
No, you. Oh my God, you niggas is in denial. I love y'all to death, but you niggas is in denial.
It ain't like Beyonce is your cat.
Fuck that.
She is beyond
Listen.
me.
Listen.
So it's level.
Listen. Jay-Z working at Burger King.
But he might have a slick.
I don't give a. I get that. You about to prove my fucking point by your comment.
No, I'm just being funny.
I know you is, but Jay-Z working at Burger King couldn't pull a Beyonce if she was at her status, but Beyonce and her beauty working at Burger King could pull a Jay-Z at his status. Bullshit.
$1 billion for minimum wage? I don't think so.
Niggas didn't lost their shit.
You're not
for
for
less.
Will he smash? Yes.
I mean, hey,
can see that.
She gonna have an
And the
NBA
annual,
to go on a date with
through the annals of history, and this is not a knock on them at all. I'm just saying, in the annals of history, we've all seen shit that we be like, how the fuck did that happen? Keep it a buck. Do not sugarcoat shit, man.
Millionaire versus.
I don't give a fuck. It could be a thousandaire. It could be a motherfucking. It could be two motherfuckers making minimum wage. And the female, like I said, you can meet the fine ass movie theater chick that take your ticket.
Man, there's levels to it, man.
I know it is,
When I
but
was
I'm
a
just
youngster,
saying.
okay.
It's bad ones at every level on both sides. Stop acting like it
I'll
ain't.
tell you a story. When I was
Because
a
y'all
youngster,
sounding like y'all
I
giving.
had a chance.
levels.
When I was a youngster, I had a
Just saying.
chance to date somebody who
Yeah.
now famous. I'm not gonna say her name. I'll
Yeah.
say she's
Yeah.
from the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talked to her, chopped it up, the
Mhm.
whole nine. Only real thing was the traveling and the distance and the whole nine. Now I could be in the front row. She don't even see me, bro. She's on a whole other level. It's levels to it.
I understand that.
And I'm a nigga that Beyonce was actually on my line. Beyonce was actually on my line. But she was too young.
Hold on, wait a minute. Time out. The opinions expressed by this nigga is his opinion only. Does not.
She was recording at the studio by Jeffries, and my partner was supposed to be their bodyguard. This and that. Just when she signed her first record deal,
this nigga on one tonight.
And I would come mob with my. Hold on, I would mob with my partner. My partner was on these girls out of Texas. They ain't had no name then. So we mobbing, and we would mob and walk with them to the store, this and that, to make sure nobody bothered them. Yeah. And she started getting on the, you so funny, you whoop-de-whoop, this and that, right? But she was only 16.
Oh, we not do no underage.
But I'm just saying she was exactly. So
nobody on this stage, nobody on this panel named Robert.
Exactly. And the album that they recorded there in downtown Oakland flopped.
I remember.
And I was like, oh man, she had so much spark about herself. I was like, man, I wish things would have been successful. Wyclef came in, remixed one of her songs.
No.
And the shit blew. And I was like, oh, that's cool. The little girl from Texas is starting to eat. Then she became Beyonce, and I thought it was like, man, she was on my line. She was just too young. I was damn near 30 and she was 16. You know what I'm saying? But she was so pretty that there was some niggas that might have crossed them boundaries. Or if niggas would have had any inkling of the level that she would have went to. Okay. But I'm just saying, though, is a lot of us have stories of certain particular chicks that blew. And when we knew them when they was regular and they was lightweight on niggas' line. Yeah. And for whatever reason, and now they had a certain status, you gotta be like, hey, remember me, Chief? And they were like, you look familiar. Right. Do you want a picture with me? You're like, oh, bitch, I'm trying to rekindle that little twinkle. I guess the twinkle in your eye was just a twinkle in your eye. But I'm just saying, though, is that like, if we talking about beautiful regular women, yes, if you're in the right scenario and you got conversation, you got charisma, you can get it in. Because there's a lot of cats out here who are married to what they call high value women, and they not necessarily this. There's a lot of chicks that are being dropped off at work in their car. By a nigga, you be like, damn, that's niggas not their level. But what I'm talking about is that Bernice Burgos. I'm talking about that next
but they only there because you niggas put them there.
Some of them earned it.
Yeah. No, don't give me, and I'm not knocking.
Bernice Burgos one of the prettiest chicks in the world.
I'm not knocking. Once again, I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is, you niggas is sounding like absolutes, and you sounding like a Sith Lord. Only a Sith believe in absolutes.
Put you like this: a regular nigga ain't pulling Ruby Rose.
Who's Ruby Rose?
That's the chick that they tried to insinuate that Steph was messing around with. She was in the
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Regular nigga ain't pulling that. Now, if she on some go to Dubai shit, this and that, if a regular nigga got 5 or 6 stacks to pay for an afternoon in the hotel, he can hit it, but
I'm going to have to blatantly disagree. How many times have you heard?
Trick with her?
Okay, so based on what you're saying. Hold on, Chief. This based on what you're saying. Because how many stories have we heard of this celebrity? And this is, I'm not gonna give no actual factuals, but how many stories have we heard of a celebrity who, and I'm speaking male celebrities, who have pursued a female that they were just infatuated with, and their demise came because she had a motherfucker who she couldn't let go of. The celebrity was here.
But that's probably a regular chick that he tried to elevate.
Why you the nigga keeping a buck?
What's the boy Yo Gotti right now? Yo Gotti was chasing Angela Simmons for years, and now he got her. He got Angela Simmons all in the turf in Memphis. Okay. But see, it's the difference between pulling Angela Simmons, who's been famous all her life, and if a nigga say, oh man, that chick Glorilla, I've been hitting them.
You know what's hard out here.
Hey,
what's the chick? Fuck nigga free? What's the Glorilla chick? You say, I used to pull Cardi B out the strip club and hit. That's different. You can't hit now. A nigga can't even hit. If you ain't got some paper with you probably can't hit Glorilla right now.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying, if you already fucked, you can't take your pussy back.
Damn.
Wow.
I still beat though.
Wow.
That nigga is the originator of the I still beat
If there
though.
was such thing of a halftime, I'd apply it on this show.
That nigga said you can't take it back. There's no take backs.
And I just had to break it down to common denominator, and that's why I said that.
Like
The
your boy said.
motherfucker, because you look at it, Ray J made the song, he hit it first. No, nigga, somebody hit before you. And that's not a knock on him, I'm just saying, period. Somebody was
Angela's
before
still
you.
popping, Keisha. Angela Simmons is gonna pop for life. Her chicks like her, Lori Harvey, this and that, based on that name and they social
going there.
connections, they gonna always pop.
Oh, we own tonight. Yeah, we
Yeah.
going tonight.
Keisha say
Let's
Angela
go.
ain't popping no more. Angela Simmons,
I'm a-
Lori Harvey, all them type of chicks,
That's
they
because-
gonna always pop in certain niggas' eyes.
Because
They
you
gonna-
got
they
people
got
that
status.
put, you got people right. It was the status that people give them. Is people can only it's just like with death. And I'm gonna give you an ism. This is, and I ain't gonna give my catchphrase the 3 a.m. shit. You're only alive even after you're dead as long as the last person remembers you.
Facts. But what that got to do with what we talking about?
Because what happens is we
No, I'm
get.
just trying to-
I know,
I'm
yeah.
not being funny.
I get
Tie it
it.
in.
No, I know you want me tied in, so I said that for you to somebody to say, "Hey, what are you saying, Todd?" I'm feeling my KRS One shit right now, or my Too Short shit. So what's up, Candace? To say, we put people and give people so much
Champagne,
relevance.
they was passed around before they was platinum.
Yeah.
Can we order the pizza?
Hey, right.
Yeah.
Champagne,
Order
no.
it, I'll send you whatever bread.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, it's
We put people on a pedestal,
$31 with 14 slices.
you know, and
Okay, so you need
because
to
the
get
same
cookies.
way we sat here and talked about
Maybe less.
how we talked about Dion and he
Hey,
had to
Candace.
do what's best for him. We tend to, and this goes right in line with your I'm not voting for everybody black because everybody black
Sometimes
ain't
you
with
on
me
some bullshit.
on some bullshit. And that's all I'm saying. We can't pick and choose when we want to hold the standard. The standard should be the standard. That's all I'm saying. The standard should be the standard regardless.
But there
We
are
pick and choose.
You just
'Cause-
said you can't talk in absolutes.
Right. And that's not absolute. All I'm saying is
Just in my location.
we have to take shit into consideration. And from my observation, the majority of the public, when it comes to certain people, we put. Keish, you say you want some pizza too?
Ooh, who said that?
Keish says she wants some pizza too.
Keisha
Uh,
don't even eat pizza.
Keish,
Some eats
you,
like
you're
fine
still waiting for you
dining
to get
and
your
shit.
message us your date when you coming on the show.
Keisha eats fine dining.
Oh, okay. Well, we got #1 seafood. We do
Keisha
chicken.
bougie.
Okay. We do I do this I make this motherfucking puree of peanut with this reduction of grape between 2 slices of yeast raised, and it's called a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in niggas terms, but it go. No, I'm just playing. But
On
I'm
Pinot's
saying-
bread.
On Pinot's bread, yeah. Ciabatta bread. But no, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is we put people in a light that, I'm not saying they're not worthy on some instances, but we put motherfuckers on the status that like they can do no wrong, and it's like, no, motherfucker, they human.
They might
That's-
not to be able to do no wrong, but they still ain't fucking with you.
Society and the whole puts because look, it's like you have a celebrity. I'm just gonna do some shit.
Only one destination.
Look, say some celebrity who we've watched from, I ain't gonna say a kid or whatever, or just whatever. We watched a
Hey,
celebrity
Zachary's.
and made great movies, and all of a sudden they got a drug scandal or a sex scandal, and we're like, how could you? Nigga, they human.
But there's
The
a
same
but-
shit. Listen, the same shit that us three can go through and be like, man, I was horny that night, so I fucked another bitch. It
Man.
happened. Motherfuckers that had this celebrity, how could you? You had everything. How, motherfucker, he breathed the same air you breathe. The motherfucker walked the same you walk. You motherfuckers put these motherfuckers in the pedestal to where they're superhuman, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say, I want to say kill yourself so bad, but I don't want to. All I'm gonna say is stop sucking their dick or eating their pussy, and you ain't getting nothing out of it. And then, hey, remember my post the other day?
What's that?
I'm just say this real quick. If you don't get no head on your birthday, no matter what you did, your birthday was just regular.
I'm getting head even if it's Tuesday. But here's the thing.
Because you niggas better stop putting these motherfuckers on the pedestal.
I feel what you're saying when you say they're just human.
They are.
But here's the but to it. Humans are social animals.
Mm-hmm.
And social animals have hierarchies.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And anytime we try to play like, oh, everybody the same, everybody's equal, that's not true. There's some people who are exceptional.
Man,
or
you can
there's
see
some
that
people
even when you watch the
Yeah.
animal channel.
Right,
They
there's
got
an
the
alpha,
gorilla.
there's the leader.
Yeah, they got the gorilla that
The
they
lion who
all
got all the bitches and the other lion can't even walk by. Like, hey, nigga, get up out of here.
Yeah.
And if the other nigga decide he want all the bitches, he got to go kill blood.
Right.
But not only do he go
gotta
kill blood, he go kill blood's kids too. Like,
Mhm.
nigga, there'll be no trace of that nigga. So there's
I understand
there's
that.
always hierarchies.
I get,
So
I
on
get what
the
you're saying.
grand scheme of things, in regards to rights and this and that, yes, we are all equal. This and that. But when it comes to things like social status and this and that, there are some people elevated. Libby Shaft, as raw nigga as I am, Libby Shaft has a higher status than me. She's the fucking mayor of Oakland. I'm just a dude that lives in Oakland.
But I'm just saying though, like he do got a
FTV.
point, but I don't even think. But then to your point, it's like it is part of society as far as who gets put on a pedestal, right? Because like the story I was telling you earlier tied into the other story you were saying where, okay, it was this person who you were saying Beyonce, and I was saying my thing where at one point they was just some little young chicks trying to get on.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Now, for the last
It was comical to me
decade,
that she trying to holler. It was
everywhere they go, somebody is staring at them.
Yeah.
They can't. Have you ever watched Steph Curry? Have you ever just looked at him? He can't really look nowhere, bro, because everybody's fucking looking at you.
Yeah, it's gonna be eye
Everywhere
contact.
you
I-
can't.
And
Yeah,
everybody's
no-
sharing the moment.
So that person you choose to engage with is you can't just be like, nigga, I'm here, so you're gonna look at me. It
Right.
don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't. You have to do something to stand
At
out.
the end
Is
of
I
the
think
day,
what his point is.
I understand
You
what you're
can
saying.
say, yeah,
It's
I'm me,
chicken
and so I
today.
deserve.
Yeah.
It's feathers tomorrow. The
Facts.
baddest chick, y'all, I'm subject to the shit. The baddest chick that we all liking her videos, sharing her shit, boosting her up because she got the rack and the body and whatever. Tomorrow there'll be another.
Facts.
I mean, that's one of his main topics on my new.
But
my
you
new
got-
show,
and once
which
again-
is called Young OG Therapy.
I'm with you. Young OG therapy because you niggas need some therapy.
Yeah.
I'm here for
But we
it.
gotta be realistic too.
We have to be realistic. That's the thing. We don't
There's
tell no
certain
lies
people who
here.
are considered, like in the words of Kevin Samuels, I know a lot of people was opposed
Shout
to
out,
it.
rest in peace.
But in the words
Rest
of
in
Kevin
peace to the
Samuel,
brother.
there are some people who are considered high value by society.
Mhm.
And if you want those type of people, then you have to have some sort of tangible value
Yeah.
as well.
You got to.
You know?
It's almost like the how the peacocks do, right?
Yeah.
They come,
You
they
gotta
dance.
strut.
You feel me? They do their thing.
There's
You
not-
can't come up there looking like the last peacock, bro.
here's the
Salami
thing.
too, though. Some salami and sausage, though,
Right.
too, Chico.
Look, but you
With that hippie
you got
shit.
selective
Salami, sausage.
selective selection.
What about it?
And you look at the
You need
animal
that
kingdom.
too.
You order two.
You got different birds.
Oh, no, no, no,
You got you got birds who do different
Go ahead and go
shit
ahead.
I don't
to
know if everybody eat pork.
make themselves. I don't
I
eat
do.
pork.
I do.
No pork.
I eat some
No
pork.
pork on my
Yeah, I
pork.
eat it. Just chicken and pesto's fair.
I ate
Hey,
already,
bro, why would
In
you-
fact, I went to the prom with a pig. Shit, that's how much I eat pork. But no, I do the chicken and pesto. I'm cool.
It's
Go ahead.
$27.
Hey, why
Oh,
we
yeah, that's
having
good.
Chico,
Chico, a wild man.
I'm just wondering why we having a loud
This the most
conversation
cleanest
about
topic
pizza.
ever.
I'm just saying we don't do that. But anyway,
Man, what else we on? We talking
Yeah.
about the females and then
you got that. So you had What else was happening? Oh, with Twitch, because I made my comment.
Rest in peace to that guy.
I want to, like I said, that was a knee-jerk reaction to that comment, and
I hope they don't come with no conspiracy theories.
No, Hollywood is Hollywood, and I want to say, rest in peace to that brother. My condolences
Chico,
to your
Keisha.
family. Yeah. You're talking about pieces behind the camera. They asking like, who the fuck?
Yeah, rest in peace to that brother. Twitch. I wasn't really familiar with him.
No, I watched him on Ellen's show. The wife used to watch Ellen's game show she had and whatever. You know, I don't watch a lot of that shit, but I watched her game show with the wife and shit. And I was like, oh, dude, cool. And when I seen it, I was like, damn. And one of the things I'm gonna say, and you niggas gonna be like, this nigga conspiracy shit. We gotta stop buying an instant narrative that's put out because niggas. Damn, I ain't gonna say such. Y'all niggas suck the first dick that's put in my face, and I'm being that graphic with it because I have to because I need y'all to stop sucking the first dick that's put in your face.
Yeah.
When I say this type of shit,
This the niggas.
I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm just saying.
There's no part of respectful.
I know, and that's the thing about it.
fits in the
Sometimes you gotta. I know.
He's the Black Benny Hill.
I'm trying.
Man.
I am. But all I'm gonna say is, I don't know the details, so I can't speak on the details. But everything we tell ain't for sale.
That sounds fishy to me.
All I'm gonna say is, I don't buy.
Y'all suck my dick.
I don't subscribe to the first edition.
Well,
Because we don't know the story. We don't know everything. But we so quick to it's history. You look at history. History breaks down to his story. If you buy the first
by the victors.
right. If you buy and subscribe to the first edition of everything, which a lot of you niggas do, historically, a lot of people, and not just niggas, and you ain't gotta be just black. Nigga, when I say nigga, I don't mean black. I don't mean niggas. I mean all motherfuckers. When I say niggas, a lot of people subscribe and buy the first story. Well, they said X, Y, Z.
Bonquisha has some insight.
Hey, right, Bonquisha, right. We waiting on more info. I don't subscribe to the
Teacher said
narrative.
Ellen had him killed.
Oh, nah, hell nah.
I don't know.
Was it a sacrifice?
Hey,
They gotta
hold
make a
on,
sacrifice.
wait a minute. Y'all going with that? Y'all going with?
Oh, Peaches be knowing.
All right. All I'm gonna say is I don't know none of that shit. I get there's always gonna be hella stories. Hollyweird is Hollyweird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the story. I don't know the details. It's a sad story because here we go with we just was speaking on because we had Danielle and Priya on a few shows ago and we was trying to talk about mental health and this is you people that subscribe to all these holidays because I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't tell you if you know me, you know I don't do these fake ass holidays. I don't because I don't. Once again, you niggas quit putting the first dick they put in your face in their mouth. I was just saying, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and Caesar Borgia. I said what the fuck I said. But it's commonly known during this time of year the pressure that's put on us through society of you look at all the holidays, man. I'm finna go in. Please allow me to go in. I'm finna go in for a
Let him cook, y'all.
I'm finna cook. I'm not finna go into what Peaches is talking about, but I'm finna go in.
Peaches be knowing.
I get it. I respect. That's little sis. That's all day. And congratulations on your graduation, sis. We celebrate and salute Black Queens achieving
What about
all
what
day.
Bonquisha saying?
Yeah, Bonquisha know what's up. What's
I
happening?
think Keisha also thinks
And
that
Keisha,
suicide is suspicious.
it's all suspicious. I don't subscribe to it. But I'm just saying, when it comes to this time of year, the pressure that's put on us to be providers, to do X, Y, Z times 10, expeditiously. It's always been there, and we feel like failures if you can't do this. So we fall into the rut of depression, and
some of those are self-imposed standards that no one is really expecting.
But you subscribe to it the same way you niggas subscribe to putting these other motherfuckers.
Here this nigga go.
Come on, you know I gotta reach everything I talk about. Connect everything, cause it's all a web. Shout out to Spider-Man.
Charlotte's Web.
And that bitch died at the end.
A lot of people don't realize.
I'm just saying. Oh, thank you. See, thank you. Man, I'm trying to get y'all the ism right now. But all I'm saying is, this time of year is prevalent with mental health issues because we're taught and you're programmed. You're programmed to think that if you're not doing X, Y, Z, you're a failure, which is bullshit. Every day that you're breathing is a successful day. I understand we have bad times and all that, and I'm not making light of anybody's situation. I am not. I'm saying there's a brighter day. You have to continue, and I'm not saying it's easy. So please don't lighten what I'm saying. But if we continue to let society make us the measuring stick, if we let society be the measuring stick, we'll all be Twitch. If we allow that. I hope y'all get that today. Fuck 3 in the morning. I hope you get that now. If you continue to let society be the bar of how successful you are, how loved you are, how anything you are, if you continue to allow that shit, we'll all be that. And I don't wish that on no one. Because once again, I tell you that I don't do Christmas. I don't do these fake ass holidays. But I understand the semblance of it to people who do. You motherfuckers out there. But when shit happens around this time, you make it. Every time you do something, there's a ripple effect. You drop a pebble in the pond, there's a ripple. So now every time it comes to this holiday or whatever, there's a reminder. There's a reminder. First and foremost, if you really knew what these days meant, you know what I'm saying. I ain't ducking under a tree.
That's facts, Keisha.
To submit nothing.
But see, a lot of people don't understand that.
I get that.
A lot of the Hollywood
Champagne,
lifestyle is
I get
based
that.
on the adrenaline pushing the edge, and when you're not pushing the edge no more, you can fall into depression. Like, I did a magazine interview the other day, and they asked me what was my wildest adventure. And I told them, I said, well, I once got arrested at 5 a.m. in downtown Vegas, trying to buy Coke for Mr. Miyagi with Tone Loc. And they was just like baffled, because they was like, that was an odd ass combination of dudes. Yeah, okay.
Wait, say that again.
It was Mr. Miyagi, Fat Maria, Tone Loc, and me trying to buy some Coke. Not for these chicks, trying to buy some Coke, and we ended up buying from an under. And Mr. Miyagi tried to cut. And dude was like 4'9", right? And Mr. Miyagi runs to the car, and the motherfucker under tackled him, right? And me and Tone Loc, we just like, fuck it, we caught, right? And the dude, was like, yeah, you're Tone Loc, right? And so they ended up telling the supervisor we got Tone Loc, Mr. Miyagi, and some fucking nobody, right? And this and that, but that was the thing about the Hollywood life, because we kicking it with these chicks. And Mr. Miyagi, like I said, he's 4'8", and he's got this 6-foot blonde chick. And how I even linked up with him, it was a Mike Tyson fight. Mike Tyson was fighting Franz Botha, and I was standing with El DeBarge. And Mr. Miyagi walked by and he told El DeBarge, I like your music. And he said, who are you? You the bodyguard? I didn't have a ticket to the fight. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the bodyguard. He's like, bodyguard me. So we go in. We go into the fight. Mike Tyson was fighting Franz Botha.
Oh, I remember.
So now I'm
that
Mr. Miyagi's.
I remember that.
I'm Mr. Miyagi's bodyguard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We end up linking up with Tone Loc. So we kicking it. We go back to the room. There's these model chicks.
I remember that night.
And one of the model chicks was like, wouldn't give Mr. Miyagi no ass until he came up with some coke. And he's like, fuck, man. It's damn near 5 in the morning. He's
Stop
like,
talking about Pat Morita like that.
Yeah,
That
what fuck
everybody put on
He's
his
gonna go, where fuck we gonna get some coke from? So Tone Loc says, always motherfuckers in downtown Vegas with coke. So they like, let's mob. So we ride down there.
Once again.
And we get out and it's me.
Express this nigga's
okay.
opinion on it.
So me and Tone Loc walk up front with Mr. Miyagi in the back, right? And I say, hey man, Deuce said, y'all got 8 balls for y'all, right? I'm like, okay, cool. He said $150. We looked at Mr. Miyagi like, motherfucker, you know, come on with the bread. So he pulled out the bread. Dude said, y'all under arrest. Me and Tone Loc like this. Mr. Miyagi tried to run, but this nigga's this tall. Another motherfucker tackled him, right? So now he's tackled.
This shit sound like a movie.
I'm cracking up.
So now they got us all hemmed up, right? And the supervisor come, and they like, we got Tone Loc, we got Mr. Miyagi, and some nobody talking about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so dude look and dude say, man, you know, you like, but the supervisor didn't even know him as Mr. Miyagi. He knew him as Arnold from Happy Days. Right? The other dudes like, so they won't Tone Loc the rap Wild Thing, but he ain't fucking with it. Cause he like, man, go on book me. You know what I'm saying? But he said like, go on book me, got this voice, right? Go on book me, cause I ain't finna do that shit, right? So one supervisor's like, well, it was just an attempted purchase. Fuck it, cause he on some Starstruck shit, right? Mm-hmm. So then they tell us we could go, right?
Niggas putting niggas on go ahead.
So once they let us go, why this motherfucker Mr. Miyagi be walking back to the car, this motherfucker Mr. Miyagi gonna be like, well shit, we can still try to, you know, we still gonna get, cause he's so determined to fuck this bride, and she's not gonna fuck without no coke. So he's still on some, we just been in handcuffs, he done got tackled, Vegas police want niggas to rap Wild Thing, we done been through some shit, and it's 5 a.m., the sun is coming up, and this motherfucker's like, oh, is there any other places we could go and get some cocaine?
Oh, wow. You niggas. Wow.
Not for him though, cause he was so determined. And we sitting there like, man, we done got him, been in cuffs, this and that. And then I looked around and I said to myself, wow, I'm sitting here with Tone Loc and fucking Mr. Miyagi.
Funky Cole Medina.
In downtown in Old Vegas.
Wax on, wax off.
Trying to buy cocaine and the sun has come up. And I'm sitting there like, all right, man, I'm finna tap out, man. It's been
First
fun.
off, you niggas is trying to buy coke. Anyway.
No, it was 1998.
I already know when it was.
You can't send me in 2022 to go buy some cocaine. Let's clarify. It was 1998. In 1998, if somebody say, man, the rods are getting loose, man, you know, we just need some of that yada da mean. And I know there's yada da mean over here on 73rd. We better ride over there and get the yada da mean. You know what I'm saying? We bought from under.
I will stand on my word. I'm sorry. I have never in my. I just made 48 Sundays.
I love my niggas is so above it.
No,
as if you didn't get into no ignorant antics in the 90s.
Listen. You said cocaine. I'm gonna stand firm on my shit.
These were some looking chicks though.
Nigga. Oh my God! Wait till the book come out. Don't watch the movie. Wait for the book. Read the book. Don't watch the movie.
And some Victoria's Secret models in here. And just think, rest in peace, Nicole Lowe. But like, let's say it's you, Afro Man, and who's a random motherfucker? You, Afro Man, and some random motherfucker from 1990. What's the nigga that was in some whatever movie, right? And y'all got some Victoria's Secret looking chicks right there. One of the chicks say, hey, I came to get out, but y'all party lame. Y'all ain't got no coke. Niggas is hopping in the car going to get the fucking coke. I'm not going to get no coke in 2022, but in 1998, nigga, I'm 6 foot. The 6'1" models and Mr. Miyagi and the bride say, oh, if you get some coke, we gonna really make it worth your while. Man, I'm standing on the gas with 2 feet.
I'm sorry. I just
In the
once again,
90s. 90s was the decade for ignorant shit.
Once again, I'm just saying.
You was there in the 90s.
I know I was there.
I mean, I'm not saying he was there.
I wasn't doing that
Coke.
shit. I nigga never know.
Okay, I'm not saying he was there when we was buying Coke. But he was there in the 90s. So
I was there
doing
doing shit. The book is based on the 90s. But I'm just saying, I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is I never had to be in that situation where it was Coke or some shit to deal with some top flight females. That's all I'm saying.
That's that Hollywood lifestyle. That's why so many people get caught up
y'all
and turned out. Because even though I had no intention of doing the Coke,
I'm saying is
I was down to go drive and get the Coke.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't happening. All I'm saying is a lot of shit you talking about.
Oh, we would have been
That you
talking
saying
about her 6 foot ass.
Oh
man!
Once again,
I love how he above it all.
I'm
and
not
he was
above.
always wise. See, I'm wise
I'm
now.
not always wise. I
In
just never been in
1998, I
that
was like
lane.
one of the stupidest niggas that walked the planet and
Go
was
ahead,
down
Kat.
for any dumb shit.
All I'm saying is,
I
go
didn't do
ahead,
any
Kat.
of that for some bitches.
Thank you. All I'm saying is,
You wasn't around
exactly.
in the 90s.
I wasn't
You
doing
was
none of that.
born in the 90s.
I was born in the 80s.
I wasn't doing
okay.
none of that. That's all I'm
Ask
saying.
Rock how dumb niggas was
I'm-
in the 90s.
Listen, I'm not doubting what you're saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, because you know we share stories off camera. All I'm saying is I did epic shit that we converse and y'all know about without none of that shit in the 90s. All that shit with motherfuckers who
But that ain't the point, though.
Did you get involved in
the
wild
point
shit in the 90s?
is the point was
Of course,
my earlier
come on,
point
man.
of we putting people on pedestals and you got to
But I'm
do.
saying, so if you was in his situation,
I understand.
you
No,
trying to get into some poppin' ass shit. You
no,
go as
no.
a
So
kid, and
here's
they
the
like,
thing.
we finna go do this and do that.
I've
And
been
you like,
somewhere.
well, I'm not fucking with it.
I have,
Yeah.
and I've been like, nah, I'm cool. I've never.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
better than
saying.
me.
All I'm saying is, I didn't need that shit to do the shit I used to do in
None
my
of them
youth.
needed it. The broad needed it.
I'm cool.
We
I
wasn't
don't-
smoking coke, it was
I'm
for the
cool.
chicks.
I'm sorry. I don't need that.
So you ain't never had party favors for the ladies? You and your partners, they never
Party
kicked it, they
favor
say,
was
oh,
just
what y'all
dick
got over
and
there?
some, and some
Oh,
Parmesan
man.
or some Hennessy.
You in
and
the
some
90s, you ain't never
eggnog.
called no chicks and been
No.
like, hey, come through, and they be like, hey, what y'all got over there? 'Cause
Nope.
we trying to turn up or
None of
whatever.
that. None of
the
that
slang
shit.
was.
None of that shit. I'm keeping it a buck.
You not keeping it a buck.
I am.
Even Cat will tell you.
Hey. Now, do I know niggas who did? Yes, I do.
Exactly.
I'm talking
Guilty
about.
as charged.
All I can speak on is Deshaun's participation in the shit.
Cat Bobbitt was in college in the 90s.
I have
I know
never-
she did some wild shit.
I have never.
In college in the
I've
early
done shit
2000s.
based on.
Okay, but I know you did some wild shit.
Of course.
Exactly.
I did it when there was no
Hey,
camera.
Dolph. I've had
There
epic
was
parties.
no camera phones and all
Don't
that
get me
type of
wrong.
shit.
I've been in parties where they was off that shit, but it's never been me like, oh,
Yeah, I've
I
never
need to
done
add.
that.
That's what I'm speaking
Thank
of.
you, dog.
That's all I'm saying. I've been in some. I can, like I said, read the book.
I've
Don't
never
watch
done
the
first.
way.
I had an era in my
All
life
I'm
where if
saying
you
is-
didn't end up in handcuffs, it wasn't really all that.
Hey, you see
For-
my
for a
post? If
weekend.
you don't get head on your birthday was just regular. I don't give a fuck what you did. Obama could have fucking did the sung you the motherfucking open the Sesame Street or the electric company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Your birthday is just regular, nigga.
Hey,
That nigga
I had a
flag.
birthday
Throw the
once
flag.
where these two chicks kept telling me how they was gonna give me a tag team head. I woke up the next morning like, damn,
Okay,
did
dog.
it happen? And you know what they told me? No, you fell asleep, so we went ahead on and blew your partner. And I'm like, what fucking partner? It's like your homie who came through.
I'm
So
not
they
I'm
came
not
and
saying
bring
that
the
don't
weed.
happen.
But that's the way
They
you
thought he
make
was
it.
my partner, so
All
my
I'm
conscience, they
saying-
gave that nigga the double boss while I'm sleeping. They're like, oh, we thought
Hey,
you'd be happy because we
Dolph,
took care of your folks. And I'm
I have
like,
been a part of some
I didn't know
epic
that, nigga.
situations. All I'm
nigga
saying
brought a
is,
dime bag to the room and ended up getting double boss while I'm over on the couch, knocked the fuck
And-
out. That's how my 90s went.
Hey, the show shit in right there.
Oh, okay.
so I get it. And hey,
I'm
don't.
just saying we did a lot
I
in the
get
90s.
it, right. I get it.
Right, dog.
I
Exactly.
have seen people do hella shit. I'm just saying it's never been my lane to be like, okay, this.
Thank you, Dolph.
Keep
Keep it
that.
100. Dolph keeping it 100, man.
I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking shit. All I can say is I have never been that person who's been like, okay, here we go. You gotta have this. I've never done that.
So
Do I
you
know
never
people?
bought him no drink?
Yeah.
You ain't
Drink?
It's all the same thing.
No.
It's
Drink, of course. Who the fuck don't buy
It's all the
drink?
same thing. Just
No, it's
more
not.
escalation, yeah.
Nah,
you're
all that
wondering
extra
what-
shit. Dude, I get what you're talking about, but I've never been in. That's never been my lane.
No, that's funny.
That's all I'm saying. I'm being honest and true to myself. I don't have to front for the public. I haven't. So I'm not knocking what y'all done. I'm just saying that's never been key to the superstar shit I done. And we've shared stories and you niggas be like, damn, nigga, for real? I'll be like, yeah. And it's never been none of that shit. That's all I'm saying. And we know.
Thank you, Dolph. Dolph,
We
you
know.
what about
You talking about like on a daily person that's being? He talking about being
I
at a
get-
fight in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
I
Mike
get
Tyson
that. I know.
fight
That's
night.
the thing. I understand what y'all
El
saying.
DeBarge was there. Tom
I
Lopes was there.
understand what y'all
You know?
saying. All I'm saying is,
These ain't my regular kicking it folks.
yeah, I
You know?
understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is, I never had to do that. That's all I'm saying.
So you would have said,
I'm not
"Oh,
knocking
listen to me
back
out
you,
there,
dog.
Tom Lowe. I'm cool. I'm about to cut."
Yeah.
I
We
don't
in the
fuck
street
around.
in the MGM.
Y'all do what y'all do. I don't partake. I don't. Never have. Never will.
No, we not even supposed to cope with the bros like, hey, y'all really want to party? Go get these party favors. Bitch, we'll be right back.
I just. All I'm saying is, once again, I've never had to. I don't partake. So I'm not saying I haven't been somewhere where people have been like, oh, I'm finna go do woo. Okay, y'all do what y'all do. It's just never been my thing to facilitate it, or none of that shit. That's all. That's all.
Fair enough.
That is all I'm saying. Don't take
And what
more
I'm saying is
or
amazing
less.
that at 48 you had the same brains at 24. I find that amazing.
Because here's why. When you grow, I'll give you a slice of this pizza. A slice of this pizza. When you grow up around people who be off those things, it's unattractive. If you see it, I've never wanted.
Or it's normal.
Right.
It is right.
It is what it is.
It's, you
You
got,
trying to get high, baby? Go get high and bend over.
No, so it's just
Yeah,
like
alright.
You
If you
excuse the
have-
shit.
and this is not my world, but say alcoholic parent can have two kids. One can grow up to never want to do alcohol. One can grow up to be a drunk.
Right.
It's about choices.
Yeah.
I grew up when I saw shit. I was always around and sold and did things and participated in different things. And I've had family structures who were victims to things, and it was never my thing. That's all I'm saying. I chose. I stand firm.
Facts, dog.
I stand firm on my shit. I've
mean,
never
my
done.
dad did dope. None of his siblings did it. No,
My
we
mother,
all was just
my
like,
mother was on dope.
I just
can't
never.
fuck with that shit.
Exactly.
My
If
mother was
somebody
on
was to do it, I would.
So,
it wouldn't
all I'm
really
saying is-
affect me because I'm just like that's
If-
what they do.
My mother
You-
was on heroin.
So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna
dope.
give you an ism. Your mother is your first introduction to God. So if your first introduction to God is presented to you in your youth and learning as the choices they made were faulty, why would you choose somebody who's faulty? Even though a lot
Like
of
Claude
us
said,
listen.
it could be normal. It's just normal. You don't look at it like that.
And
just how people rock.
you're right. I'm not knocking it. All I'm saying is it takes a higher mental elevation to not
Higher mental
succumb
elevation.
to-
Sensation.
to that perpetual choice.
But there's a difference.
And I chose not to.
There's a difference though.
I
A
never
lot of
wanted to
people's
fuck with them.
parents ended up on coke or smoking crack.
What's up,
They were
Dolph?
normal parents, and then they got on crack. So it's easy to be like, oh no, I would never fuck with that because I see how the life went.
Mhm.
But if your mama was on heroin from this is all you knew, then it ain't abnormal to see somebody getting high.
Dolph
You know?
said, so the female said, you ever need some Remy to get right? And here's the thing. We
Exactly.
Dog, we
all, I understand, you splitting
Playing
hairs.
something right now.
But no, I'm once again, I'm full
My
disclosure.
nigga got hella righteous right now.
No, I'm not hella righteous. No, I'm not. All I'm saying is, When it come to alcohol or some weed, we there. All the extra shit was never my lane.
That's the same effect. Let's get high and relax.
I'm listen. I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is I've always stayed true to my lane. Because what do we tell everybody? Know your lane and stay in it. I don't go outside my lane. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking you for going. I can do 10 push-ups. You can do 15. It don't mean nobody's better than nobody. Me going do my 11th push-up maybe.
But you from a different era. You from an era where
whiskey. Hey, right.
Keisha, you from an era where drugs was completely unacceptable, and I grew up in an era
right, Dolph.
Damn near everybody was on
but
drugs,
actually,
so
Dolph,
no abnormal shit for people to
it depends on the person's reaction to the stimulant.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, but you can't say that. All I'm saying is my circle of the shit I did was never outside weed and drink.
Okay.
Now, have I been around people who was like, man, I'm one of this, I'm finna do this. Do what you do. That's all I'm saying is I haven't been the person who ever had to accomplish my conquests by having to give you anything other than the 2 bare minimums. That's all I'm saying. You'll get that at 3 in the morning.
It depends on your era. I grew up in the era where I grew up in the era as a kid. The grown folks would pull out a plate and start snorting.
And I've been places where people did that, and I was like,
so as I grew older,
I got disappointed in some of the people.
But it wasn't no like,
I'm
oh
cool.
my God, what are you doing when somebody do that? But in 2022, if a nigga pull out a plate and start snorting, niggas gonna be like, man, get this nigga fuck away from me.
You do
So
what you
Keisha,
do.
you come from a different era.
I can't fuck with it. It's not something that I want in my circle. And there's people who I've had major love for.
So
and I was
got a
somewhere.
question. What if she sloppy drunk?
Then we ain't doing nothing. That as a young state, was it we get loaded and we both loaded? But I'm just saying consciously now, you got to be smart.
No, we talking about 1998.
98.
Yeah.
I've been blitzed.
1998, I was in my 20s and was with
let's keep it a buck.
and completely with whatever dumb shit.
We've
Man,
done,
my thing is,
we've
I
done
look at
shit.
it like this.
I'm
because
saying.
I grew up in Cyprus, right? So you got all kind of characters, right? You got the nigga that does the dope and sells the dope and does the dope. You got the nigga that only fucks with the pills. You got the nigga that wakes up in the morning and he's drunk at 10 o'clock.
I
He walking to the store to
You
get
got
a
the
40.
square nigga that goes to
understand.
Berkeley and trying to get up out the hood, right? You got all these different characters,
Complex.
right? Which one do you want to be? But the thing is,
Because they all cool.
I don't judge.
Because they all cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't judge a person off of what substance they use when I drink alcohol. I know somebody who drinks alcohol and is loaded as fuck, drooling by
At 10 a.m.
o'clock.
Yeah, 10 a.m. First thing in
And
the morning.
it's a nigga snorting coke that's in the high rise in San Francisco. Did his whole day of work, did everything he had to do. You feel me? So I can't really just point it to one thing and be like, if you do that, then I can't fuck with you type shit. Like, I'm looking at it like, okay, me personally, like you said, like I mostly only fuck with people that just smoke weed and drink, and that's it, because that's what we have in common. But there are those that might dibble and dabble in other shit.
Dolph, you
As
right.
long as they ain't
All
on
I'm
that
saying
10 in the
is-
morning, they don't know what the fuck is going on, then I can't really knock you, because I can't say, well, shit, I drink only on the weekends, but I'm loaded. But you snort coke and you don't drink because you don't think drinking is good. You know what I mean? Like, how can I knock you for snorting coke?
And Dolph
When I
got
drink.
a point. Dolph
It's
Dolph
all
just
poison.
said, what's up, Renee? Dolph just said it's not what one does, it's how they do it. Knock it off. Which, you're right. Like I said, I've been around people. I'm not saying that people who I've had much respect for and whatnot have done shit that's above, that gone above what I would do.
Yeah.
Dolph,
I
you
know
Bill
that.
Gates
I
been busy.
don't judge people on what they do. I just know it ain't for me.
Right.
All I'm saying is, and don't get me wrong, people, and this is shows
But the
how.
whole thing
No,
was
listen,
in that moment. He was in Vegas.
I'm not wrong. I get it, but
if I'd have went to Sweet Jimmy's and all this shit would have jumped out, I would have been like, oh man, y'all niggas doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, you
Vegas,
gotta
it's a
stand
Tyson fight.
You
My
swindled
stand-
your way into some celebrities that don't
Right.
even.
And now it's on.
Okay, so all I'm saying is,
I didn't even have a ticket to the fight.
listen,
I
all
probably
I'm
had
saying,
$50 in my pocket.
I'm not knocking it. That's the thing. Once again, I'm not knocking it. All I have said was, my lane, when it comes to this shit, I don't go outside of it.
That's good.
That's the only thing I've said.
But what I'm saying is,
I
I'm
don't-
so
listen
impressed
to
with
me.
your maturity in your
I've,
20s.
and that's been, I'm gonna be honest with you, and you know, I've never,
Dolph, thank you, Dolph.
that has been my stance. It always have. I've
And
stood
Keisha,
firm
you
on
from a
that.
different era. We need people who was young people.
Hey,
in
Keish,
their
don't worry.
20s in the 90s.
Keisha,
They'll
I stand,
understand what
they
I'm
know I
talking
stand
about.
on my shit. And they know it's facts when I'm speaking. All I'm saying is I haven't. Have I had niggas who we can ride to the end of the earth and on trial everything. I know niggas who I love and dearly who chose a different path. My stance on that shit will never change. That's all I'm saying. And I get what you're saying.
And I guess my upbringing must have been fucked up.
I'm not saying your living is fucked
No,
up.
I'm talking to Keisha because you said it must be your upbringing.
I'm saying,
And I'm
what
saying
all
maybe
I'm
my
saying
upbringing
is
fucked up.
what I witnessed in my adolescence growing up
All you needed was some
has solidified my opinion of those things. And I won't
Facts, Dolph.
I won't falter. Listen to me. I won't falter to them for no female, no amount of pussy,
Yes,
no
Keisha,
amount of
every
nothing.
household was on coke in my era.
Yeah. Hey,
And, hold on, the crack era,
I
ain't no
grew up-
house got skipped in the crack era.
I grew up
It was your
around.
mama, your daddy, or your uncle.
I grew up
Somebody
around.
you respected got touched by that crack.
Yeah, I grew up
You know?
around sellers and users. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is my experience.
And most of the sellers I knew was users too.
I've experienced both sides of the spectrum. All I'm saying is,
It is Keisha.
even when it comes to cigarettes, and it's the thing, I used to smoke cigars. I stopped smoking cigars damn near a week ago before my birthday. I'm just saying, cigarettes. My mom smoked cigarettes. My dad smoked cigarettes. I watched the shit. I've made conscious decisions, and I stand firm on a lot of my shit because I choose to have intestinal fortitude with some of my decisions. Everybody has a price, but there's not a price that's gonna make me want to smoke a cigarette, that's gonna make me want to do some coke, that's gonna make me want to do some shrooms, that's gonna make me want to do whatever this shit you niggas be out there on. I'm good. I stand firm, and that's and then here's the
Everyone
thing.
talking about
No, but no. Listen to me.
Like shit. That's
But
what hoes need
listen,
to
all
get
I'm
loose.
saying, I've been around people who've done it,
Right.
and I be like, I'm cool.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I've been in situations with some bad chicks. I'm gonna speak wholeheartedly to what you're saying. I've been in a situation where it was me, one of my bros, and a couple of bad chicks. And I mean, I don't have no pictures of them, but I'm just gonna keep it, and I don't lie. I'm gonna tell you some bad bads. And they pulled out some shit and was like some shrooms or whatever. And we just kicking it. And they was like, man, you want to? And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I felt uncomfortable. And and you can be, and listen, you niggas out there can be like, oh, this nigga tripping. This nigga, I don't give a fuck what you think of your opinion. I really the fuck don't. At the end of the day, I live for me. Fuck you if you don't agree with it. I stand on what I stand on. If you respect it, salute. If you don't, fuck you. And that's real. But here's the thing. And they was like, well, this is what we want to do. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I don't do that. Y'all go ahead. Speaking specifically on what you talking about. Because like I said, I've been in those situations. I just don't do it. So I sat there for a minute. They started doing the shrooms and the whatever they was doing. And I was like, you know something, I'm cool. I got up and I went home. And my walk was only a few houses over. And I went home. And I mean bad bitches. And I had loved ones that was like, man, we finna. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I felt uncomfortable. It's something that I
Shout
didn't
out
do.
to Ivory Joe and
What's up?
Here.
What's up, Ive? Hey, right, Ive. I'm just saying. I'm not knocking nobody. All I'm saying is the situations I've been in is real situations. and I chose to not succumb to that shit behind because it's a bad bitch. You think I can jack off and
But
think of any?
Peaches, you know people
I can
that
jack
have,
off
though.
and think of any woman in the world. I'm sorry.
Mushrooms
That's just
ain't
real.
drugs.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
I just
I'm
want to
cool.
address. I just want to address.
Hey,
Something.
right, exactly.
I want
You
to.
know, I know what I'm talking
I
about.
want to address something that Keisha said. Keisha, if you was of a certain age in the late '80s, the early '90s, yes, none of us made it through that time period without at least one family member ending up on crack. Not one. You know, some it didn't completely destroy their life, but none of us made it through that time period without experience. Just like if you're a black man in America, you have someone you related to, whether distant or close, who's been shot.
Yeah.
All of us have some family member who was murdered or shot. Every black man in America damn near has a relative, whether close or distant, who has experienced gun violence.
Yeah.
If you was of a certain age in the late '80s, early '90s, you have a family member. You're a black man in America, you have at least one family member who was touched by crack cocaine. That's true. Every household was affected. So, you know what I'm saying? Gun violence and crack cocaine has... If you're of a certain age, I don't know how popular crack is now, so if a person is born after a certain
There's some
age,
people selling
they
crack
might not know nothing
today.
about it.
Them
But
niggas deserve to
if
win the
you,
lotto.
if you older like I am, crack touched your family. Every household.
Sure.
No household was spared.
Exactly.
Like when they was talking about when when God was like put the
Right, little
take
brother.
the Israelites out
Right.
of the thing, and they had to put the thing, and they killed the
We-
firstborn and all
yeah.
that in the Bible.
Oh, that.
Every family, there was no family that was touched. Just like there's no family right now in Oakland
the
who
plagues.
somebody in their family ain't experiencing gun violence.
Right. I mean,
It's
hey,
true.
right.
Every-
Hey, you're
every
right,
family
dog.
was
Coke
touched
is
by
everywhere.
drugs.
And the thing is, all levels of coke, all
Coke
levels
might
of
be everywhere,
all
but crack
drugs,
ain't everywhere. Cause
and
there's still people that do lines and party
hey,
and this and that, but I'm talking about like flat out hitting the pipe and now you're stealing grandma's TV.
right.
I don't know if
witnessed.
that shit's still around.
I've witnessed and experienced all those levels of a lot of that shit in my life, and I made a conscious decision when I was younger. I'm talking about junior high, elementary school shit, dealing with it and was like, yeah, I'm cool. And don't get me wrong, I've been in rooms with a lot of shit, and I'm not gonna say too much because they make shit more than what it should be. All I'm gonna say is I'm a square and I'm a Mason. So that's what I mean when I say I'm a square.
Peaches, you correct about intestinal
I'ma
fortitude, but intestinal fortitude
I
don't
stand
fall
on my
out the
shit.
sky.
All I'm saying is I'm gonna stand on my shit. I'm not, and it's people that's watching. That's one of the situations I spoke on. The person who's watching tonight was there. Don't say nothing because we don't need you. Don't do nothing.
Thank
But
you, cousin Kenneth.
you know what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is, it takes some intestinal fortitude. It takes people to stand
A lot of
on.
the comments people were saying they parents
Yeah, right. Shit, my mom did drugs. Hey, all right, dog. I ain't saying
Now,
that
one
we the
thing my
best.
cousin Kenneth to tell
I
you,
got
because
it.
he's really heavily into politics, he will
Yeah.
tell you, and I often give him, I give him the needle a lot about Biden and Democrats and like this and that. But one thing I will agree with him
Same
on
bird,
is
same
that,
dick, two
that there
arms,
was
jack the
that
dick off.
a lot of the liberal policies that was in place did lead to a collapse where drugs and guns have flooded our neighborhoods, and many of us,
That wasn't by accident.
whether by distance or up close, have
by
experienced some form of a loss or trauma behind crack and guns. So you know,
It wasn't by accident.
so on that part, I will admit that I like to give my cousin the needle. And for the Democrats and Warnock and all that, but on that part though, my cousin is definitely correct that that there are policies that have been enacted by these
Hey, right,
Champagne
Champagne.
that have
Squares,
led to a
we
lot
ain't
of
no SpongeBob's. We
destruction
human.
towards black people.
But all I said, once again, all I can stand
And
on is
peaches
my
is
square.
correct, but intestinal fortitude, like
Is a
like
motherfucker.
Shizzle said, you gotta have intestinal fortitude.
If you
but
gonna do it.
intestinal fortitude don't fall off the sky. Many of us grow up into a life and grow up around people that
Hey, right, Peaches.
there's no intestinal fortitude to be developed because we don't think that this is wrong because people that we really love
We think-
is all in on
we
this.
think it's
So
cool.
It's not a wrong thing. In fact, if you say it's wrong, you a square.
Right, and that's the and
You
so,
tripping.
Once again, the perception of who's on top because society. Once again, and I ain't gonna use the dick that y'all swallow often. I'm gonna say the
What the hell?
yeah.
This nigga wild.
Man, it's
Jesus Christ.
cuz man.
No more
Here's the
shots,
thing.
please.
Dolph, no, she didn't. She ain't snort no coke before she worked on my teeth.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, the truth to my story has been given in the comments. So
That nigga shuffling around.
all I'm
right
gonna
now,
say
too.
is we put too much ownership and we look down on the intestinal fortitude because my prime situation, like I said, I just spoke my truth. You don't have to live my truth, but it's my truth. There's no falsehood. There's no
Uh-oh,
2
pizza.
going to 10. There's none of that to this shit.
Hello.
You know. All I'm saying is those are
What's up, man?
decisions I
How was
made
I?
based on
Okay, I'll be
the
out there in
situations
30
I
seconds.
lived
Thank you.
and experienced as adolescents to a young adult. Those are the decisions I made to never do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I will never do those things. I'm a Venmo you. Zillion.
Shit.
I will never do those things. I don't give a shit. My price is not none of that.
No, that's a good lesson. We all agree on.
We-
all
and
of
that's
us
the
up
thing.
here is saying the same
Right.
thing.
I
We're
get it.
talking about
But I'm just saying.
1998.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And-
When you didn't have the
That's
level of,
what
when you didn't have the level of maturity that you have now.
No, I did the
Can't
shit.
never-
I've never.
nobody could
That's
ever
been my
convince
shit
me to
since.
do
So
it.
you've been mature. So you've been mature from the gate.
Because
Because there's certain shit now that I
No.
would be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Here's the
Hold
thing.
on, no, dog.
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
with me
say
with that.
what I've done. My stance on certain things have never wavered since the '80s.
But it went in full circle, sort of like in 1998. I could see a nigga I know. What's up, blood? I'll give you a ride, and that nigga could have pistol gun or whatever, right? I wouldn't stop
Hey,
for a
Dolph,
nigga in 2022.
I don't go to church 'cause I don't
that
like
might
being
have-
lied to.
That might have a gun and dope because I got too much to lose. Like I'm in a position where
I'm
I
just
couldn't
saying.
go sit and read it for 4-5 months. We'll lose everything.
Right.
4-5 months not being able to pay mortgages and shit like
Here's
that,
the
sitting
thing.
in some
Can
jail,
you-
we'll lose everything.
So I'm gonna give you. I'm
I
gonna
can't
give you a
even be around a
narrative.
nigga. And if a nigga can't respect that,
Let me give you a
fuck
narrative.
Right, exactly.
you know?
Let me give you a narrative. And this is not gonna just say me. I'm just gonna go hypothetical. And I'll use Scarface because the problem with niggas is we use Scarface as the barometer or the damn.
Shout out to Gerald Walker, just tuned in.
What's up, cuzzo? Like I said, I'm use Scarface as the barometer for the
movie,
measure. Yeah, the Scarface the movie
Mhm.
as the barometer for this shit, for this conversation,
Right now?
because that's where our imagery of and our imagination of that lifestyle happened. Because Scarface was made in the '80s. I think it was '81, '83.
Yeah.
So
In that era,
and you look at the annuals of hip hop, Scarface movie is like
Best friend is.
Scarface the movie is the epitome of black culture.
The cocaine
Yeah,
king.
exactly. That's the fantasy. So
No, I don't know if you're talking
you have the situation
Quiet
where
Offset.
one half of your family is Tony Montana, the other half is Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's Cat Bobineau talking.
Yeah, off camera. Yeah, I'm just saying, fat meat greasy. It's always greasy.
But Peaches, if you grew up in that dope fiend as somebody you love,
just saying.
you don't have the same perception of the dope fiend that somebody else does.
So all I'm saying is, if you witnessed or you've been a part of some of that and you witnessed it, and you decide what you want to do with your life, there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is, I can only speak for Deshaun. Once again, truth. I don't hide shit. All I can say is, based on the circumstances of my coming of age, I made decisions that I wouldn't falter on for nobody. Once again, I understand what you're saying, because don't get me wrong. I know niggas that sell out for pussy that the nigga who got conversation can get just by saying, hey, how you doing every day? Them good morning queen texts, messages. I know niggas who sell a soul. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, I know of situations where niggas who sold their soul behind a female that all it takes is some other dude who's ism, conversation run the nation. Consistency is key.
That's Flod's chair squeaking.
You know, that get all that. That's Flodge.
Sure. No chair squeaking.
So I'm reaching WD-40, but all I'm saying is everything. I don't subscribe to the usual story that they give us, that so many of us subscribe to. I refuse to allow myself to somebody get the door. I refuse to allow
background chatter. Get the door.
I refuse to allow myself to be caught up in that narrative.
Now, is that a moral thing or just a personal thing?
It's personal and moral, because I've witnessed. Like I said, I can speak on a lot of shit and what I've experienced in life.
Keisha say that good morning queen text don't work for her.
Okay, that's cool. But some females that do.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is
Keisha need action.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking nothing. All I'm saying is I'm just bringing some truth to the shit, because
the truth is
gaslighting people.
Truth is complex, though.
But yeah, you're right. And the thing is, everybody lives in their own truth. True, but at the end of the day, everybody only want to deal with truth to the surface level that they comfortable with dealing with it.
Then is it truth, or is it just a matter of perspective? Because, like, for instance, morally, I would never use coke.
Hey, no. Dolph said I'm going deep to avoid my lack of model orgies. Dolph. Hold on. That's my nick. Dolph. Let me.
Round trip is correct.
Ooh, let me Dolph. My little, he know. Yeah, I'll tell you who that is in a minute. Dolph, listen to me. I have no lack of none of that shit without all the extra shit y'all talking about.
Vegas, 3 in the morning.
I was doing this shit catching the fucking bus when you get 50 cents for a transfer.
You can't wait,
nigga, I swear. That's the shit I be. This and all I'm saying. Oh my God. This is all I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Niggas, and this is my confusion. Maybe it's mine, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is my confusion. I'm like, niggas put so much.
Eat a slice on camera.
Niggas put so much emphasis on the shit.
White out.
What's up, bro? Niggas put so much emphasis on all this shit they do with chicks and all this extra shit. And all I can say is, once again, I'm far removed from it, but I can speak to it because I've lived it. I did this
the difference
shit
between somebody with a good morning, I want some ass text, and a good morning queen, I respect your text. No. Let me tell you
all
something.
I'm saying is,
there's no difference between those two texts.
What's up?
Maybe one person's gonna hit the ass and keep hitting it. That's the respect.
All
and
I'm
the one
saying
person's gonna hit the ass and keep moving. But even the nice guy who really respects you, he wants the ass too.
I just respect you enough to the level my
what
conversation makes you respect me.
No,
all
because people say it's a difference between good morning queen, I want some ass, and good morning queen, I respect you. And I'm telling her, it ain't no difference. Just one nigga's committing the felony and one nigga's committing the misdemeanor. But they both commit the crime.
All I'm saying is conversation run the nation. It's on you to decipher Anyway, all I'm saying is the shit that, because I get where you coming from and what y'all talking about. All I'm saying is, as a person who's witnessed and experienced this shit, the shit that y'all put on everybody be like, these niggas got to do all this and this to have these females do X, Y,
Like
Z.
I said, you ain't got to do it, but it's just sometimes there's a perfect set of
Hey, fuck
circumstances that you do some out of character
Oh,
shit.
all I'm saying is, nigga, I live in proof
You're not
that
a robot,
you
nigga.
didn't
You're
have.
not a Vulcan. You're not a, you know, you're
fuck
not
that.
programmed AI,
niggas-
nigga. Sometimes
You niggas sit here and say that shit all you want.
YOLO, nigga.
Fuck that. All I'm saying is, I'm not knocking what y'all talking about. All I'm saying is, it's possible without doing all that, and I have done and witnessed it.
Hey,
That's
but
all I'm saying.
Our host said, "Bah humbug, man. He don't believe in no Santa Claus with your kids, bro." I don't know.
Damn.
No, that Whiteout just got playing Santa for the kids. Whiteout, that's my
Damn.
guy. But all I'm gonna say is,
Whiteout, that's
my guy.
You don't believe
Whiteout.
in Santa Claus, though, man. So you know what I mean. I'm just
Man, you shitting on the kids too? Damn.
Okay, so we going because we was going on the. So you want to go back to the? Hold on.
That nigga memory
So
on Windows.
no. I'm finna bring some context to what his comment. So are we going back to the whole celebrating the holidays and y'all continue to lie to these kids and these people?
Yeah,
and
I do.
continue
This
to
fucking life
sell them a dream, and you wonder why we living in the world we live in because you want to you motherfuckers rather live in an uncomfortable lie than deal with a painful truth.
No, the
That-
world
that-
is so rough sometimes, man. You gotta
Fuck
let
that.
the kids, man, going on
And
have
that's
a good time,
once
man.
again you sucking the first dick that gets put in your face.
You in that line.
Cause I
Man,
gotta
he
do it.
riding it, ain't he?
Because
he
You riding
riding
that
it.
line hard.
I
Because
mean, man, this been a go-to in case of
Man.
emergency. Suck dick,
Yeah.
nigga.
That nigga breaking the emergency. That nigga breaking
because I'm just
the
keeping it
fire
real.
extinguisher.
Once again, I'm keeping it real. If we continue to
Also crack.
if we continue
he say how you think
Keisha,
Santa
you
did
should
all that
try
one
them.
night.
exactly if we continue to perpetuate the lie and you want equality. How the fuck you talking about I want equality, but you, at the same time you sitting here selling your future, the fucking the lie. You fuck that.
Things is complex.
No, ain't shit complex. Nigga, once again, niggas only hold themselves accountable to their comfort level. Comfort zone kills dreams, and as long as you niggas live in a comfort zone, you'll never get ahead. Live in the truth. The truth don't give a fuck about your opinion.
No, the truth
Or your tradition.
The truth isn't that ironclad. I remember when I was 17, and I was helping out in one of these youth camps, right? And we took some of the kids to fucking McDonald's. They was like 11 or 12, right? And I mean, these niggas was wilding, right? Jumping all over the place. And this is when McDonald's used to have the little play shit. They hang over, hey, dogging the little white kids and shit like that. And I'm over there really regulating them, right? And the dude that was the older dude that was like, he was like, chill out, man. Let them go it on and
Continue.
you know. And I'm sitting there like, and I was also, they out here embarrassing us in front of these people and this and that, whoop de whoop. And he said,
You caring about what somebody else think?
no, my thing was I was trying to regulate them. And this, you can't carry yourself like this in the real world. The dude said, hey man, check this out, man. A few years from now, he said, these little niggas is doomed. He said, that's just reality. Because we got them from the project. He said, they doomed. Some of them is going to be dead in a few years. The other ones is going to be in the penitentiary. And they're going to have, and you know what they're going to say? They're going to be sitting up reminiscing about that one time we went to McDonald's. Said, we just going to McDonald's for me and you.
Fuck
right?
McDonald's, Ronald, the hamburger,
let me
all of them.
finish
Go
the
ahead,
point.
but I'm just
But
saying,
the
fuck
point
all
was,
that.
was that
Y'all
the
keep,
point was-
like I said,
no, it ain't
the
about the
niggas keep-
McDonald's.
I get what
It
you-
ain't about the McDonald's. No,
That
you
nigga
don't
bringing
get what
up
I'm
the
saying.
hamburger.
'Cause it ain't about the McDonald's.
I
Don't
know-
get caught on the
It
semantics
is.
of the McDonald's. The point
But it
was
is.
to us, dude was saying to us, this is
SK,
just the
what's
McDonald's. To them, this is going to be one day when they sitting there doing 20, 30 years in the penitentiary, this
They
going to
didn't
be a
have to.
story that they going to be telling about the one time we went to McDonald's and we had hella fun.
I didn't shake this
dude-
nigga because my uncle got me some
and
motherfucking
dude
nuggets.
said, no, that's
Fuck,
not
yeah,
the
I'm-
point.
okay.
And dude
Oh,
said,
man.
so man, just go on and let them have fun, man.
Fuck that.
Let them have fun. Let them terrorize this motherfucker because trust me,
That's
this
the
is probably
problem.
gonna be the
You
highlight
niggas that get along
of their,
just to
this
get
gonna be the
along.
highlight of their life. And
Who
sure
said that?
They
The
should have
council
never
did.
gave you niggas money.
But sure enough, many of them, by the time they started getting 18, 19, 20, when they started hitting those ages, they did get killed. So the little sweet giggling kids who didn't know how to be quiet that I remember,
Bruh, you
when they
better
was
not lay
18,
under the Christmas
19,
tree.
they was getting knocked down out here. And some of them that did live, they started knocking down motherfuckers. So all these kids who was these little, little fun kids,
Listen.
some of them got killed, some of them turned into monsters. And as I got older in my mind, I understood that they was doomed.
Where is the
So going on to
accountability?
let them grow. But that's what I'm saying though, is that's why as
Homeboy
hard
niggas
as,
wish they
and I
could
say
go
all
on
that
and
to
let
say,
them
hold on, I say
Go
all that
ahead.
to say,
I got
as
you.
hard as life is,
'Cause I'm reading these comments and I'm
hold on,
like,
hold on, let me
go ahead,
finish.
I
Let
want
me
you to.
finish. As hard as life is for a young black man,
It's always
when they
gonna be
still a
hard.
kid and you can shield them from the world and you can let them have some innocent fun, man, let them have that. Because
So-
there's gonna come a day when there ain't, not only is there ain't no Santa, but there's a motherfucker that just because they're a young black man is gonna want to put a fucking bullet in them. There's
Right.
gonna be a judge if they make a mistake,
get
it's
that.
gonna give them
I get
17 to fucking
That nigga
life.
said, let 'em terrorize McDonald's, nigga.
Knowing that they gonna get denied for every parole hearing. So what I'm
Right,
saying
I
though
agree.
is that
So let
when
him
your
turn
I'm
kids
finna
is
go
little,
ahead.
so when your
Go
kids
ahead.
is little and they want to believe
You
in
ready?
some fucking Santa
You
Claus
ready?
and they want to
You
believe
wanna
in peace
believe?
and earth, man, let them have that.
You wanna have
because
it?
the world is so fucking stacked against them.
Uh-huh.
Sure, they gonna catch hell in this world and they gonna
And-
find out how hard this world is. So as long as you can protect them from this world,
You ready?
protect them, man. Let them great. Let them kids.
Are
Let
you
them
ready?
kids
I'm
enjoy
I'm finna
themselves.
count it. Okay, you ready?
You about to
ready
counter that,
for
nigga?
Hey, fuck devil's advocate, truth advocate.
No.
So as long as
Thank
we,
you, Bonquisha.
hey, no, and
Not
that's the
Bonquisha.
problem with niggas because we figure we subscribe to our own demise. And all I'm just saying, this is a truth thought, people. Please, I'm just gonna give you some shit. You ain't gotta agree with it, but you might get it one day. And just listen to me. If you continue to say you got a cyanide pill, a cyanide pill, Christmas.
Phil.
I'm finna go there.
Phil.
Because that's the only way niggas get this shit sometimes. So, you got a full cyanide pill. The full cyanide pill is the full.
The chomp went down on the air.
Hey, right, Ivory, it ain't innocent fun. Because this is the thing, and I'm finna break it down to you.
The concept of the holiday.
Listen to me. I know that's
what a lot
that's
of
cognitive.
that's what a lot of
Hold
people
on.
are saying in the comments,
I gave you your shit. I'm
I
finna
got
give you
you.
I'm finna give y'all. Oh my God, I'm finna go in, and I'm gonna do it respectfully.
Oh, man.
So, cognitive
Wow.
dissonance. I'm gonna break it down. Layers. I'm finna peel all the layers on the onion for you.
Ooh.
And if you get it, great. If you don't, it's okay. It's not on me for you to get it. You get it when you need to get it.
You're just the
So
messenger.
I don't judge you, but all I can do is keep feeding you till you get it.
Okay, we're ready.
Because as long as you suck the first dick that they put in,
Oh!
and I'm gonna keep calling it that.
Break the emergency.
I'm
bell
gonna
for
keep
fire.
calling it that because niggas, because
$5
as long as
fine
we,
every time we say
because
suck
we
dick.
make, because here's the thing, we make fucking weak ass excuses. Oh, we gotta let the kids do the. If once again, I'm gonna go back to no, fuck that. Cyanide pill. So you swallow a full cyanide pill. That's the full discography of Christmas and what it means. That's a full cyanide pill. You die. You take it in 10 seconds. Okay.
You ain't finished the sentence.
No, I have, and I'm going there. If you just listen, you'll get it. Once again, you're off camera talking. So, I'm just going to say. So, that's the full cyanide pill. You take it, and you fall indoctrinated to all the bullshit. You die. So, to lessen it, once you start learning some shit, you start asking yourself some questions. Well, where the fuck is Santa Claus?
Dead already.
Oh, no. See, that's the problem. 'Cause I'm trying to take you from a dead person to a living perpendicular. I'm gonna give you an ism right now. I swear to God, I hope you get it. And I'm only gonna say it once.
We're waiting.
So I'm just saying. So you take that. That's the full indoctrination. What we've been on forever.
You took the pill, you died.
That's the full. You swallow the enemy's solution. History has a
Another
reason.
swallowing reference.
They call it history for a reason. So
No,
now
I don't sound. No,
you
I
start-
don't sound stupid because
you,
I've been
listen.
shot. I've been
Come
stabbed,
on, it don't
I've
matter.
been
Let me.
indicted.
Can I
I
finish?
understand everything
Can I
that this
finish?
world got to give.
Can I give
and I
my
definitely protect mine
explanation?
from it.
Can I give my dissertation, please, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you swallow that pill forever, generational, multi-generational, because that's why you niggas celebrate Thanksgiving and all the other shit. No. Just because somebody doesn't think the way you think doesn't mean they're incorrect. They just mean they think differently. And that's the problem with niggas. Because niggas think they way is
Are
the
you
only
taking
way.
that contradictory into
No.
exception while you're talking?
No, I'm not. I mean, I am.
I'm done.
You don't
I'm
have
off
to.
air.
You don't
I'm
have
off
to.
camera.
You don't have. Like I said, you don't have to get it now. I'm just giving you.
When will he get it?
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, so you keep taking this
You won't
pill.
finish the sentence.
Man, if you shut the fuck up, I can give it to you. Y'all keep swallowing this pill, this full cyanide capsule. So throughout the annual, I mean, for real, I'm trying to cook. Hey, right, Dolph. Thank you, Dolph. Dolph, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give y'all something. And I'm really not, and you know I don't like going on these rants, but the way y'all got this pilgrim dick in y'all mouth, I can't sit here as a melanated man with y'all brothers who I love and respect the most, and I can't accept what the shit, the eggnog y'all swallowing right now. I can't accept it. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it a buck. So, and there was a history of the cyanide pill. So, you start getting people who start questioning shit and understanding and asking questions. What happens is cognitive dissonance is you know something is false, but you make excuses for it. And you niggas that all y'all, come on. No. Ignorance is ignorance. You make excuses.
But what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the excuses we make for celebrating and doing these things that aren't us.
Okay.
Oh, it's for the kids. We got the Christmas, so the kids got to get it too. Man, I would rather my kids know the truth than to tell these motherfuckers a lie. Any part of the lie that you participate in, you're responsible for the full lie. You can tell yourself, oh no, I'm doing it just for this. Fuck that. You get once again, niggas only hold themselves accountable to the level of the knife that they put in that they feel comfortable. My excuse is, niggas for the kids because I got presents, I had to. No, a lie is a lie. You can tell a lie 1,000,000 times, it'll always be a lie. The truth will always be the truth.
No, it's not that.
Once again, if you allow, it is that simple. When you don't allow the comfort level and your refusal to deal with the accountability of the shit, because that's really what this shit is. We refuse to be accountable for it because we want to be comfortable.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple.
Let me count.
And listen to me. In a A and B world, in a binary, ones and zeros, it is outside the matrix.
It's not a binary world. It's not
listen.
black and white.
There's a
Not
gray
simple
area.
math
There's a
equation.
gray area, but the gray area is a good and bad. But the problem is comfort zone. Niggas only, and I don't mean niggas, just black people. Society uses the comfort zone of, well, I had Christmas when I was a kid, so I want my kids to have it. And knowing it's a full lie, it's a full, all that shit. If you continue to perpetuate any part of the lie, you're accountable for the full lie. Once again, nobody wants to accept responsibility for truth. Niggas only want to be responsible for the level of
truth is layered. It's not
but
straightforward.
fuck that. Truth is truth.
No.
That's what niggas tell themselves to say. You know something, man? I used to fuck hella bitches, but I'm righteous.
I'm missing the analogy.
There's no analogy. I get it because I went to an extreme. Because once again, we make the decisions. We make excuses for the decisions we make to make ourselves feel comfortable with the responsibility of those decisions. Not just saying, you know something, dude, I did some fucked up shit. We don't hold ourselves accountable. We want to be comfortable. Because why? Because if you be truthful, 100%, here's the thing. and this is just not religion and all that shit. If you hold yourself 100% accountable for the shit you do you like yourself? Who taught you to hate yourself? Let's get to the real. All this shit is so simple, but we live in a zone of where we need to be comfortable. Hey, right, Duck. Half truth is a full lie. Exactly. We only want to be responsible or hold ourselves accountable to the level we're able to deal with the accountability. I can be like, I'll use myself as an example. I can say, man, I cheated on everybody I've ever been with, and I'll find, listen to me. Right, look, I can find every excuse to make myself feel comfortable for those decisions I made. Oh man, they didn't make me feel this. They didn't do this. They didn't do my love language. They didn't do whatever.
Here's my problem though.
Go ahead.
This is my issue, right? So I've learned to kind of stay away from the Happy Thanksgiving thing and all that because I understand after research what it means and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know in my belief, this is my personal belief, Jesus was not born in December. He could not be in a manger in 20-degree weather. You feel me? In the whole 9 yards, and when you really start researching it and all this, if you even believe in Jesus. So I agree with you 100% that these holidays is man-made, created, and blah, blah, blah. But there is some of us that use the time off that we get from our jobs, the time off that the kids have, and to say, you know what, I'm going to give you a gift because I love you, my nigga. Like, it's not necessarily that I'm not worshiping Santa Claus. Like, there's no, like, we're not getting on our knees and worshiping Santa Claus. Santa Claus is a thing of, nigga, you know it's me. I'm giving you, nigga, I took you to the shoe store. Like, when I'm getting you this gift,
it's a size 8.
It's just like, this is the
no
time
random
of year
nigga know you wear a size 8.
That. Like, this is kind of like what I use it for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing to perpetuate anything. It's just taking advantage of the time of the season of like doing the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like,
right, Dolph. You can't take both pills.
Hey, right. So exactly, Dolph. Exactly. Which I understand what you're saying.
But this is hold on. My last point is
go ahead. You got it.
But it be so many people who say, "Oh man, Thanksgiving, man, you shouldn't be doing that." Yeah, you don't do it. But do you buy shit on Black Friday?
Nope.
You don't take advantage of none of the sale?
Nope.
Okay, well I know I do. I know a lot of people.
Lord knows I don't.
I know a lot of people that criticize the shit, but when it's something good in it for them,
you are speaking exactly to the point of what I'm talking about.
All them people kicking down doors on Black Friday
because
let me make a point
not
towards
celebrating
the truth.
Thanksgiving.
Let me tell you something. I've been seen in my life. I've been seen all the worst shit this world got to offer. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. My mama was on dope. I've had several siblings of mine was murdered. You know, I'm my mama's 6th son. The first 4, none of them even made it to be 24 years old. And the 5th one, the one before me, the only reason why he made it to a certain age is because he did 28 years in prison. So, and the one under me was murdered as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Out of 7 altogether sons, 4 of them didn't even make it to 24. But 5 of them have died, you know, murdered. And just me and my brother Cornell was the only ones who survived. But part of why Cornell survived is because he's done damn near 30 years in prison. I've seen, but my point is this: is that I've literally seen.
I understand. I'm sorry, I had to laugh. He said, "So ain't nobody going to work on Monday." So y'all niggas take your ass to work then, since you don't believe.
Let me finish. But my point of what I'm saying is that my truth is, I've literally seen all the worst parts of what this world has to offer for a black man. I've seen it all. That's my truth. So, but as a strong individual who's been a capable provider and is kind of clever, I managed to shield my lads You see what I'm saying? So me protecting them and maybe not giving them the truth and letting them be happy kids and all that, that's the truth I provided for them. You see what I'm saying? So truth is complex. My truth is I never want them, anyone, because I love them little dudes. I was a dude who grew up without a lot of love. So that love shit didn't really come to me till I had my own kids.
Right, I get it.
I love them so much that I make the truth for them. Because like even right now to this day, fuck it. I don't know if it's the Yak film, but even right now to this day, I sell dope to make sure that my fucking kids is cool. Right now, to this day.
It means dope content.
Yeah, that too. There might be some people who might say, oh, there's certain things that's morally wrong with certain things, like, oh, it's immoral to sell drugs, this and that. I have no moral compunction about that because I need to provide for my tribe. And the 9 to 5 ain't suspicious. So that's the truth for me. The truth for me is that I will literally lay down this life for one of mine. So I will protect them from anything. And when they was little, I allowed them to believe in all kinds of shit, be silly, whatever, because I literally I want the truth to be. See, when we talk about truth, I want their truth to be, oh, I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
But you got it. But
you know what I'm saying? And the reason why and maybe when they get in the world and their eyes get open, they'll realize, oh, the reason why I didn't know about none of that shit is because every bullet that was coming for us, Pops was out here catching them.
But you got to explain that to your kids and break that down to them.
Not really.
Yes.
I mean, maybe when they 25, but when they 9, when they 6, when they 7, I'm gonna let them go and be great. Some people might be like, "Oh no, you gotta let them know what's happening. You gotta let them know what's." Nah, nigga, what's the purpose of me as a daddy if I can't protect them from the harshness of the world?
Once again, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm here to protect
I understand your rationale.
I'm here to catch every bullet.
All I'm saying, we're supposed to, but at the same time, all I'm saying is we do our future seeds a disservice if we continue to keep the wool over their eyes.
Not really. We give them the tools, the function.
I get. And once again, I get the cognizant dissonance.
Listen, believe in
I think you
but
guys.
But also, when I send my kids into the world, like 3 of my daughters have master's degrees. See, when I
Salute
sent
to
my
them.
kids to the world, they was fully prepared for it. So anything came. I came into the world completely unprepared.
You're supposed to prepare.
You see what I'm saying?
So you're supposed to give them the good and the bad.
So I don't gotta shit on them or let them know how harsh life is. I just gave them the tools so when life do throw them curveballs, they have the tools. I did my job. I protected them. I shielded them. I let them be naive, but then I gave them the tools that when they got out into the world on their own, they was able to thrive and function.
All I'm saying,
and I didn't have to give them the harsh truth.
I don't necessarily disagree or agree.
I understand what
I'm
you're
just saying that for me, growing up, this time of the year was a time. See, the problem with the black family is that we only get together when we die or when it's the holidays.
Yeah.
We can talk about we gonna all get together in the summertime for a barbecue. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. We don't do it. We gonna say, oh, we gonna all get to. You know what? We at the funeral. We all talking about how we should get together next month, and we should. We don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Because you caught into once again.
So what's wrong with using that as?
But I'm saying once again to my point. If you allow, or a wedding, you allow the narrative to continue by not being truthful. A half truth is a full lie. That's all I'm saying.
The truth is complex.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
You have to get because then you're saying what you're telling me. This is just my understanding of that statement. Is you don't have faith in their ability to handle the truth. if you have to give them a lie. If you
I
can
don't know what the
listen,
ability is gonna
whether
be at
it's
6
listen,
years old.
once
But
again,
ain't no
I
kid
listen.
over 12 gonna think Santa Claus slid down the chimney and you ain't even got
Exactly.
no
You have-
fireplace in your house.
You guys, you know
I
where
didn't
I'm
even have a
at.
fireplace in my house.
Society-
And I used to be like, well, where the
society
hell
is
Santa
pimp
gonna come
slapped
from?
you.
He's magic.
No, society has pimp slapped us historically so much through advertising, everything, to where we buy into all this bullshit that's fluff, and everything that we should be paying attention to, we pay attention to because tradition, or it's this. Just like we talked about this real
Not
quick.
every black kid
I-
has to
I-
have the
I
harsh
got that.
reality. Sometimes we can let
I
our
understand
kids
that, but remember,
enjoy
growing up,
themselves.
I'm just giving you a slither of this. Remember when we was growing up, and we talked about this before. Me and you have talked about this before. When we were growing up, you didn't hear about turkey until around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with turkey, you didn't hear about it.
Right.
And you didn't hear about Christmas till the week after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But Thanksgiving is really the celebration of the trickology of the Native Americans by the colonizers. The implementation of the destruction of them. But when we were kids, we were taught it was this great thing.
Right.
Because we were told a lie. And we perpetuated that fucking lie because it's, and I get it's for family. Once again, cognitive dissonance. We allow ourselves to swallow this fucking porridge because it's comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable to move ahead. Comfort zone kill dreams. And as long as motherfuckers allow themselves to, I'm just doing it because it's comfort and it's tradition, and you don't allow yourself to challenge some shit, you always going to be in a situation we complain about. Like Keisha be talking about. The shit she's complaining about, like, when we going to get past this? If we keep allowing ourselves to be in this same mindset, we'll never get past that. And the flaccid penis of inequality will always be in our mouth. And I ain't swallowing. Because I'm going to give it to you that way. And as long as y'all keep swallowing, that's what it is. Because I'm just being a buck. And I'm being funny with it. But I'm just saying, as long as we allow as long as it's comfortable to me, I understand what y'all saying.
Wait, so let's just be clear. So basically, you saying we should be like, man, no Christmas, nigga, no Halloween.
Is it real?
No nothing, none of that.
Is it real?
Don't believe. No, I'm just. Listen.
I'm asking you a question. Is it real?
I grew up. Half my family is Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
So I get it. I'm just asking you, because you're saying this, but what are you really? What
am I really
is that
saying
what you're
is
saying?
all we're listening to is somebody's.
So you're
story.
saying nothing. You don't believe we should just from
We
minute
should
they're
no,
2
fuck
years
No,
old.
all I'm saying is
When they're
ask questions.
For the family
If you go through life not asking questions, you only gonna be a passenger on the bus. And if you and here's the thing, if you comfortable with being a passenger on the bus, hey, that's your shit.
So I'm
Everybody can't go,
saying, so you got a 2-year-old, 3-year-old
Everybody
kid,
can't
you
go.
start them off
but
saying,
I'm
like,
not gonna tell. Here's the thing, I'm not gonna. I tell you in my household, we know I don't do Christmas. I tell them the truth.
Keisha likes Christmas, and so do I.
That's the thing, because that's the part of the comfortableness for niggas to be comfortable with the shit. I'm not giving my power. If you understand, okay, so I'm gonna give you this. If you understand the fucking point of a Christmas tree and presents under the tree and what you pledging your allegiance to, the truth of that shit. Fuck what the
Keisha
Santa
say, do your
Claus.
wife or kids celebrate Christmas?
We don't do none of that shit. Me and my wife now is even to the point of we ain't doing Christmas.
Now, do they do that on their own, or they do that due to your influence?
Hey, mouth to ear. You can be equally yoked, or you can live in a household where you going back and forth.
Can I do an official
No.
halftime timeout?
We finna end this shit, but all I'm saying is,
That nigga looked up and there was a clock up there.
yeah, it is. All I'm saying is, because you interrupted my point. All I'm saying is, if we continue, once again, you don't got to get this now.
Somebody said they should cast you for the Grinch reboot.
Hey, I'm good. Hey, for real, because truth is truth.
Always shot that shit.
But as long, all I'm saying is, no, for real. Think about
Shit
it.
is coming.
All the comfort zone shit that we complain about, that's in our community and this shit, because we make allowances for it. So long as you niggas,
I hear you, but you
Okay.
don't always have to. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you need peace.
Oh, man.
Peace of mind is one thing, but all I'm saying, part of a half truth is still a full lie. 1/4 of the truth is still a full lie. The full truth, is the full. Fuck that. The full truth is the full truth. You either be comfortable and you want to be comfortable in the lie.
No, you can't, Keisha.
You want to be comfortable in the lie, or you want to know the truth.
Somebody said you would have left Macaulay Culkin at home on purpose.
Hey, let a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying. But all I'm saying is,
Peaches,
and that's the problem.
No, he's not Peaches.
hey, all I'm saying.
I'm not going home.
Hey, I'm a cook, but I'm just saying the shit that we allow to celebrate this shit and pledge allegiance spiritually to some shit. Y'all need to understand what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. If you do it, I'm not knocking you. It just ain't my lane. Once again, I'm in my lane. And as a
I'm here to shield and protect them.
but I'm gonna tell you the truth, because if I die unapologetically tomorrow and I never tell my kids the real, who the fuck gonna tell them? Some niggas who praise some motherfuckers like the shit y'all was talking about earlier. I'm gonna leave that shit to them. Fuck that. Anyway, hey, we finna roll, cause like I said, I appreciate this
That
conversation.
pizza over there calling my name. That pizza been calling my name
Yeah,
for
the
about
motherfucker.
30 minutes.
All I'm saying is, like I said, I ain't one to shit on your dreams. I'm just here to tell you the truth. You can believe a lie.
Why putting the
all
dick
you
in your
want.
mouth?
And it all day. And everything is in front of your face. It always has been.
Yeah.
You choose to see it. And I'm just saying, man.
Somebody said you had a Christmas tree during COVID.
Hey, yeah. I'm all that. And fuck COVID and fuck Christmas.
That
yeah.
pizza better not be cold.
Hey, we got a microwave. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, for real. Hey, keep me from the hey,
We is. We'll keep it, because
Hey,
the holy water
don't-
might get the bump boiling if
there-
that nigga walk in.
There are no Christmas lights at my house. We do not do that shit. I don't give my energy to none of that shit. That's the problem with niggas. You niggas give your energy to shit that's minimal, and you think just by lightly participating, it's nothing. Energy is real, and it's like time. You can't get it back. But hey, we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, have fun, man. We out of this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm done. I gave y'all the